ain't putting down free stuff.
And we are live. Welcome to Bmoney Straight Shooting episode 9 with your host Bmoney to my right.
You had to think about it?
We had to think about it. You ain't been here. Where you been?
But tonight we got something special because we got inside the house, we got Mojo Thunder's very own Bryson Willoughby and Andrew Brockman to my left. And then we got the main man, the newest member of the podcast. We got Joe Hinton.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, thank you.
John's is here too, y'all.
Oh yeah.
Right there, right next to Bmoney. Bmoney, you want to take it away?
Mojo Thunder. So I got a text a couple months back, and it said, "I'm gonna try to get this band for your podcast, Mojo Thunder." So I went, looked you guys up. My girlfriend that I met 3 years ago, she loves 70s music. It's been dying to get me into it. I finally broke into Beatles. My favorite though, Zeppelin.
Nice.
Zeppelin.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
And but so I was like, babe, you gotta check this band out. And like we watched the come together and stuff. And so then like a month later, Railbird gets announced, and I'm like, holy shit, they're on there. How did that come about?
It was an email that came through.
Nah.
I guess that's about as far as I'll go into that. But we're super excited to be on it, though. I mean, obviously, like it's a very, very exciting.
Yeah.
Y'all got a lot of projects going on this year.
Would you consider that your biggest show to date? Or?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
for
nice.
sure. Yeah.
We've played festivals, but
Yeah.
it's nice to play festivals where my parents know the band's on the bill.
There you
It's
go.
really
Yeah.
cool. It's really
That's
cool
what
to
I'm
do a
talking
festival where you don't have to explain to people who the headliners are. They just know who they are.
Nice.
Most of the time, you end up promoting
To
people.
me though, my favorite part of Railbird is like the other bands, Red Clay Strays, White Florists,
Yeah,
those
incredible.
fantastic. I've seen them both. I went to Bourbon and Beyond last year, and then 2 years ago I went to Railbird when Childers and Zach
Yeah.
Bryan were there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
full year.
But
Did you ever go to Forecastle? Any of you guys go to Forecastle back in the day?
where's that at?
In Louisville. Yeah,
Louisville.
It was like right under the bridge in Louisville, but they used to have like this like Black Keys, My Morning Jacket, like a ton of really, really good bands. Yeah, I think it was very similar to Bonnaroo in that way.
Yeah. I've known a couple people who live up in Tennessee that go to Bonnaroo like every year. But I want to know you guys' story. Mojo Thunder.
Oh, from
the get go.
Yup.
Right.
Well, first of all, was there any other names you guys kicked around before landing on Mojo Thunder?
Yeah, a lot.
And
of
also
badass
badass name and
thank you.
respect, because it's so hard for bands nowadays to come up with good names, I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like we could still try to get a good one. The funniest thing about the name is we never expected to like say it in places that don't make sense. So like for example, if you're in an office setting and someone's like, "Oh, what's the name of your band?" and you have to like sit there and seriously tell someone it's Mojo Thunder, or like your girlfriend's family, anything like
right.
that. Like it's
I
think the name is very
happy.
fitting for the band.
yeah. Thank you.
I think the name fits the groove and you guys' sound.
I mean, it's the truth. I mean, the name really sells what y'all are all about.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
And we've been listening to y'all ever since I found about y'all. We've been tuning in and listening to the songs that y'all play, and you can feel it through y'all's music.
Yeah, this was a very, very fun show. I'm glad it's so dumb to like try and like record things live and expect it to go right. Like the first time, like we got incredibly lucky that happened. Yeah. That it was a good show because we played our fair share of bad ones. So.
Yeah.
See, I've been really wanting to go to a concert in the Burl. I haven't been to the Burl yet.
Oh, you should come. You should come specifically 222.
Yes, sir.
That's a good time to go, I'd say.
I don't know when will this air?
We're
This is
live.
airing right now. We're live and in living color.
You're on, man.
All right. Okay.
No edits.
That way people can know right away what to expect, because February 22nd is coming up.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's in
Yeah.
3 weeks, actually.
Oh, that's incredibly nice. The live part, because like normally you have to like date it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure you
Yeah.
guys like been on those shows where it's a Friday and you're talking like it's a Monday. Cause
Yeah.
Yeah.
super annoying.
But we like us,
22.
we do everything live and in living color for all our interviews, because we want the people to know what you're all about right now and when it comes up, because you're promoting you and putting over your brand, because this is a 2-hour commercial for you and the
right
pub, the band.
Are you guys from Lexington or Kentucky?
We're like Kentucky transplants. I'm from Pulaski County, so it's like you guys know where like Cumberland is
Yes,
at?
yes,
Yeah, so that's where I grew up at.
It's funny enough, Zach, the drummer, grew up in McCreary County.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So Sean's from Louisville, the singer, and then I'm from Nicholasville, Jessamine County. So.
How'd you guys meet?
Well, Bryson found Zach. Those were the first two to meet, and they found each other on Craigslist.
Yeah.
It's for band purposes.
Do you remember Craigslist? Do people still use Craigslist?
I'm pretty sure that
I'm sure
there's
somebody
still
does.
people do.
Yeah, they used to be huge though back in the day when you're like trying to find like band members and stuff. It's like everybody was on the like the classifieds and
Yeah.
like search it and
Yes.
A lot of the stories I hear from back in the day is like they would put themselves in like newspaper ads and stuff, right? Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah, it's
Wild to think
basically-
that that's how you would do that. You know?
Yeah, way
I guess-
back when.
I guess now it's probably people are all like we met Sean online on one of those social media. I don't remember which one it was, but one of the ones that has messaging capabilities. But yeah, man, that's pretty much the really really unexciting coming together of the band. Oh, Andrews, he's probably I guess a little more exciting. A friend of ours introduced him to us in person.
Nice.
Took off from there, you know.
That's what I'm talking about, because we've been trying to find a band that, well, could be considered Lexington local. And Mojo Thunder is pretty much right here in Lexington.
Yeah,
we're
here.
And when he introduced me to you, I was like, let me give them a listen. And after listening to y'all songs, I just had to let him know, hey, this is the band to listen to. And I'm glad that I did, because y'all do some great covers.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
And y'all's music that's original is a fantastic to listen to.
Even the acoustic covers of your own songs, man.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but back in the day, there was a show, MTV Unplugged.
Yeah.
And yeah, it takes you right back to those.
Oh, that does. You're right.
What is your favorite MTV Unplugged?
Alice in Chains.
Yeah.
Alice in
Yeah.
Chains. Didn't
Mine would have to be
didn't he show up,
Nirvana's.
like right before that? Like
Yeah.
right before he went on stage?
Oh, yeah.
Probably.
I'm sure he did.
Insane. And dude went out there and killed it. I don't know. I like Nirvana's.
Nirvana's was
Oh,
awesome.
yes, it
Classic
was.
So was
I mean,
epic.
pretty much all of them were good. Like,
Yeah.
like your Kiss, you're wearing the Kiss shirt.
Yep.
That was when Ace and Peter like came back for
Yep.
the first time, or not the
Exactly.
first time, but like right before that '96 tour is what's their Unplugged is like '94.
Yes. I think that is where it was from.
Yeah.
But that's basically what it's just like MTV Unplugged, the way that y'all play the acoustic versions.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, they
It's
blew
like-
my
It's
mind.
a lot less produced.
But it doesn't
only have
need
one
it doesn't
band.
need to be overproduced. I mean,
That's
that's
right,
what's
you don't
great
have
about
to be
it.
overproduced.
I don't mean that in a bad way
No.
whatsoever. I just mean in scope of like crew and audience and things
Yeah.
like that.
Now-
Like, just in Andrew's
Nowadays,
basement.
like your
Perfect.
MTV Unplugged is like the Tiny Desk concerts.
Yeah.
Oh,
kinda,
the
yeah.
NPR ones, yeah, those are super cool too.
Yeah, yeah. I watch a lot of the Childers ones. Are really
yeah,
good.
yeah. I feel like the desk keeps getting bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But like, as you can see on the front of the table there, we got an album whose cover is drawn by this man's brother.
Yeah, that thing's bad.
Yeah, my,
This cover is my favorite piece of art, or like anything that's associated with us that we've ever done. It far outshines anything else we've ever done.
I like your logo as well, right there with Mojo Thunder's MT together.
Yeah.
That's a badass logo.
what made you guys decide to go with the hand-drawn art when AI is so accessible, probably cheaper, faster?
AI sucks.
Well, it's just, I mean, it speaks for itself. I mean, that is a beautiful piece of art. It's
It really is.
I mean, that's
AI cannot produce that.
yeah, no, yeah,
Facts.
real hands always going to be better, especially too because like not everything is like. It's like the imperfections is what sells things. You know what I mean? If everything's lined up perfectly, then that's just lame.
That's cool.
It's not
Exactly.
cool. Like even your Kiss shirt, it's like
Yeah.
the two S's, if you'll notice, are a little bit slightly off.
Yep.
Is originally designed by Ace Frehley, then Paul done the S's, and they're just slightly not symmetrical. But if you put them symmetrical, it doesn't look cool anymore.
Exactly.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Because AI can't replicate what a human can do.
no,
And
no, it has
we
that
prefer the
weird
human
stare.
touch.
Whereas like all those like AI faces, they're like.
Yeah.
And also with a cover like this makes me want to go and buy a vinyl record, even though like I have so much access to Spotify, Apple Music, and
Yeah.
stuff. It still makes me want to go out and buy that. Like that's another cool thing about it.
Dude, that's like the other thing too. Like if I can turn this,
Of course,
I-
of course.
I haven't
Yeah, you
looked at
can.
it in a minute. But like the worst thing about this is the signatures. Everything else on it's beautiful. But like just like how like big that is. It's like you can actually like hold something, like look at it, and like
Yeah.
But yeah, and it's like on your phone. It's just a little icon, which is cool. But it just doesn't like give you like the. I don't know.
do
Like you can just sit
justice.
and love on Chance's art. Like even the stuff like like when we first started doing this, like the stuff he was like sending me, it was just like,
Yeah.
oh my god, this dude is just incredible.
There's other ones that he sent you, like other.
Well,
Well, just the process.
Is
Yeah.
well, the process itself, but also just like his original pieces, like because like we met like on Facebook Messenger, like one of the video things, and Chance was just going through the house and like showing me like it's like some of his comics and like just the art that he's done, and it's just like oh my god,
We gotta get that guy in the studio.
You
too.
should.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Hey, I'm gonna let you know. Good
Studio.
luck with that.
he's off the
Good
he's off
luck.
the grid. He's true to it. That's kind
Exactly.
of another thing I love about him is the rest of us all pretend like I'm not into all that, and then absolutely like we're everywhere online, but he's truly
He did
Exactly.
no social media presence. He has nothing.
That's true.
he's cooler than we are.
I got a couple uncles like that too.
Yeah, they're just off, man.
Just off the grid, man.
Exactly.
But I can talk to him. I can put the word in, but no guarantees.
Oh man.
I'd love to get him. I'd actually like because another thing about this cover is so like we had sort of like a very very loose like original idea, and then he sent over the first thing. And it became very clear that we didn't need to give any direction whatsoever. We just need to let let that bird fly, and it's just like better and better every time he sent it.
Heck yeah, because that's the way an artist works. Like that's an amazing art piece right there, and it really sells your album.
Yeah, where the music doesn't, this art does.
Yeah.
What's
And the music as well
what's some
sells it.
other like album covers? I can't think of any off the top of my head that were like kind of iconic like this. You know what I mean?
Is in terms of like that are like art.
Yeah.
Gosh,
Black Sabbath. What's the one they used the painting for?
the debut, right? The very first one.
It might have
Was
been.
the lady in front of the thing.
No, the one with all the bodies. The painting's called Triumph of the Dead. I can't remember which album they used it for,
I don't know.
but that one comes to my mind.
Ozzy has a lot of really cool ones too. Like
Ozzy's got a lot of cool-
a lot of his are really well done.
Well, I mean, yeah, tons of iconic covers though.
Yeah.
I mean, like all the, a lot of those '70s covers are absolutely hilarious too.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Just
definitely.
like the '80s, like so blown out of proportion. Everything was just so.
Like
Massive.
crazy artworks that they'd have, or Iron Maiden's Eddie.
Yeah, with Eddie. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
They've had so many variants of Eddie over the years that you could just find an album from the '80s and be like, "Yep, that's Iron Maiden," even without the name being on it.
Hell, Eddie's more well known than the other members.
Yeah.
Or even,
That's
like,
true.
Like lack of color, like sometimes is like its own like Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's like it's so simple, but it's so beautiful.
Oh yeah.
So tell us some of your influences. Who influenced Mojo Thunder?
All kinds of people, man. Currently, so this answer always changes depending on who I'm listening to at the time. So like right now, I'm like I love like the Replacements, REM. Always have like Deep Love for the Who. But like those three come to mind. And all the early stuff too. Like I was like Little Richard, Elvis Presley. Like,
hell yeah.
Just the
Good choices.
like yeah. To me, Chuck Berry, Little Richard, those are like the true architects of rock and roll. Like everyone else is just doing a poor version of what they started.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hard to argue with that one.
But that's good influences too. You can't beat that, and it shows inside y'all's music. From listening to y'all got a mix of everything.
Oh, thank you. There's a lot of mixture down there around the floor. If you can see,
Yep.
There's some concoctions going on there.
Exactly.
I'm professional. Jesus.
That's what it's all about, though. You gotta be professional. And that's a hell of a backdrop too.
Yeah, the Burl's beautiful.
But tell us what you're looking forward to after February 22nd, because we've seen a lot of other stuff that you got going on this year.
What are you excited about?
I mean, Railbird's probably the big thing we're all talking about this year, for sure. But just other things, too. We've been writing a lot, and it's in my basement, which is awesome. I never have to leave
Nice.
the house.
That's always awesome.
I'm usually late, so that's really nice that I'm never late when they're coming to practice now. But I'm really excited for more music. I feel like I don't think any of us are ever going to want to stop. I think as soon as we release one thing, somebody's got a song in the pocket that they have just been waiting to unleash. And I feel like that really shows in a lot of, specifically the other guys on this next upcoming album that I think we're already gearing towards.
Nice.
There's definitely some songs that'll probably have to either be reworked or come along later, but one thing's for sure is there's some songs that
We're already
it's
looking
all
forward
about,
to
You
it.
know what I mean? And to be able to perform and record that kind of stuff is my favorite thing in the world, is to do a new song no one's done live. I feel like that's magical to history, and it's a weird, quiche way to my own life, but that's what I look forward to the most, I think, out of all of this. And I think some of them look forward to writing those songs more than anything, and it's a good combo, I think.
That's what I'm talking about, because we're looking forward to the next album.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
So, and we've been talking to a lot of people about what they had to say about our band, and I know that off the gate they say nothing means nothing. Nothing means nothing. Well, you're like, what does that mean? Well, when it comes to Mojo Thunder, I guess if I had to relate to something, I'd put it as something that rises to the top like cream. Or
Oh, I like that.
I also might relate them to the cream of the crop. But
Nice.
and I just want to say it. I'm going to say it. And I'm going to point at the audience for music and just let them know that I am living in a nightmare and I am the queen. I'll say it. But
Love it.
Is this a debut in the pro wrestling?
I'm just talking about Mojo Thunder.
Yeah, because you so.
I love it.
Not to put any more cream on the subject, but
That's right. Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yes,
Stopped at
sir.
the gas station and grabbed a handful.
I did.
We love it. We love it.
Bryson was like, "Dude, these
Love
guys are
it.
into wrestling." I was like, "Dude, I'll say less." And I started.
Oh,
I was
please.
looking at like just some of those iconic speeches, and I was like, "Dude,
Yes.
I gotta
Oh,
do
yeah.
some cream-related
Almost.
speech
Yes.
stuff."
That's what it's
Love
all
it,
about,
brother.
though. Professional wrestling and music go together like this.
Absolutely.
I've heard a lot of professional wrestling references in music too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Funny enough, we have a couple in our Sean and you talked about it.
Sean.
Sean threw the Undertaker in one of them, I think.
Nice.
Yes,
Nice.
Ooh, I love that.
Right.
man.
So I always, I've always wanted him to put the McFoley, as Mankind mask on. Let's throw him off the stage one time.
Yeah, it needs to happen.
Let's hurt him just once.
Nice.
Make people say that's fake.
We can assure
Oh,
you
it's fake. But that's
because they're
what's all about,
fake.
though.
Amen.
Because you put him inside the mask, I guarantee it. He goes off that stage.
Well, we've always
It'll
said
be crazy.
he looks like every wrestler in what the 80s. Would you
Oh
say?
yeah. Oh yes.
Now that you mention it, you're right.
I mean, you know,
He looks like Boozer Brody.
Yeah.
What's
pull it
crazy
off.
is he looked like the guy that would call himself beautiful or sexy.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Sexy Sean or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he would call himself that, and the fans would love it.
Oh yeah.
Was it Triple H that done the water?
Yeah, those-
Yep. He did a
He can
spit.
do that,
Nice. Nice.
Nice.
and it's never not cool.
Exactly.
He does it, I love it.
We're not cool.
Yeah, that's how to make staying in a hotel room night after night not boring. Is when some dude walks out of the bathroom and goes,
Yeah.
Exactly.
What's the longest tour you guys have been on?
Europe, probably like that's like six weeks straight, something like that. Very few days off.
Is it like every day, like playing shows?
Pretty much.
Dang.
Yeah.
for the most
Yeah.
part.
I think our first one, we had like 4 days off or
I
something.
think it was
in 6
30,
weeks.
31 gigs in 35 days. I think
Yeah.
was the first one,
Yeah.
and that was probably the most we've
And
ever
then I
done.
think we had I don't remember how many days off we had this go around, but it was more than the first time. But yeah, you stay busy. Yeah. Which is the way you want it to be though.
Oh, definitely.
Exactly.
Or is it? But do you still do you take time to chill, or is like the other time like spent on still writing and stuff, like in between?
You did a little bit of writing. I'd say it's kind of individual on
Yeah.
that side of things. Some
Yeah.
people do. You know, I'll tell you, I'll be the first one to say right now, I get way excited to go to the countries that something's legal and I can eat some pizza right after I do that.
Nice.
Normal pizza, you know.
That's what I'm talking about.
Little things to look forward to.
The van's a lot of downtime, you know, like traveling, like
Yeah.
so it's like those like 7-hour rides and stuff. So yeah, I might do some writing on the phone. I read a lot, like that's kind of do quite a bit of that. I think I read like I don't know how many comics, but it was an absolute ton.
Oh, on the way back from Florida, I listened to the audio book, The Dirt. It's a
The
yeah,
Molly
right
Crew,
on.
yeah,
the
that
Molly
one's
Crew
wild.
biopic. Yeah, and fucking insane, dude. The movie,
on Netflix.
dude. They could have made a show. Well, everything else in the book that they didn't put in the movie could not have ever been put on TV. It was,
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, those guys are wild. Did Jeff Tremaine, one of the Jackass guys, have something to do with
Yes,
that?
yes, he
Yep.
produced it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's how you know it's like you're like generationally it's like it's not gonna work out when like those are your heroes. Like those are the people that
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went and seen Steve-O 2 years ago at
Bmoney?
Yes. And
Nice.
I went to Goodfellas and then wrecked my car and popped 3 tires.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That sucks. That did not end the way I thought it was going to.
Yeah.
Wow.
did not.
That was my first ever
like I
comedy
saw
3
show.
tires?
3 tires.
Why didn't you do the 4th?
Yeah. Why did you do the 4?
That was the only he was hanging on
He
for
held in
dear
there.
life.
Okay, one of them was tough. I saw Steve-O at Comedy Off Broadway
Oh,
years
nice.
ago.
I've only been to comedy off Broadway once. I've seen Lavelle Crawford.
Cool.
Nice. He's funny as hell.
Yeah.
You guys ever
is.
go to the open mics there?
No, I've never been.
They're cool. They do like
good time.
they do Tuesdays when they can or something like that. It's like sometimes it's open, sometimes it's not. It's like part of the charm of it. I kind of find it a little bit annoying. I wish they'd tell you if it's going on before you drive up there. But it's really funny. There's like tons of like I don't know, like funny people doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the traveling must be fun
Oh, yeah, it's a
because
blast.
you
Yeah.
got a lot of countries that's going to. I've heard you've been across the seas.
Yeah.
Tell us about that a little bit.
It's good stuff. I think food's probably the most intimidating thing out of all of it, but it's also kind of exciting to experience new stuff. But I'd say about week 3, I'm ready for chicken tenders and fries.
Yes.
You know,
I'm with you.
or some like our version of chips and salsa. You
Yeah.
know, not the real
Chopped
deal.
up tomato.
You know, like the touch we put on things. You know,
Yeah.
the butter sugar touch we've got here in America. But,
So, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's cool just like for the hobbies, like just walking around, like all that's like just amazing because like you can kind of go like what they take for granted because they have like such a Like we have such a short history here, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's like we've been around like a few hundred years or something. So it's like everywhere there. It's like you walk around and there's just this, you know, it's been over thousands of years. It's just, and it's being used too. That's the coolest thing that I probably like about Europe is that like their ability to like kind of like things sort of transcend time in ways. You know, it's like you'd have like for example, we were in Austria and we played it in this old fortress. So like the fortress was like 800 or something.
Yeah,
years old. But they turned part of it into a music venue.
Oh wow.
So
Yeah.
people would go up there and play music. So you just gotta get to kind of be a part of this like history of it instead of it being like locked up and put behind glass. Like you actually get to participate.
Yeah.
You know, with the thing. So it's really nice.
That's definitely pretty fun right there.
Yeah, and then it's like, you know, you're hammered walking around a castle.
Yeah.
Figure out where to go.
That's the best part too. A lot of
I
us
don't
would
know,
dream
they-
about doing
They
that.
don't have midget strippers. Do they have midget strippers in castles?
Do they?
God bless them.
I'm sure that, I mean, I'm sure
Not,
they
This
do.
is
why
just
not?
evolved.
I mean, it's missing a tap market right there. You know?
Exactly.
Sorry,
Never
guys.
looked
There's something
down
about
fire.
this podcast. It always dissolves into something.
Sorry.
Strippers, specifically midget strippers every time.
I mean,
Was it? It's micro stripping, right? It's not.
yeah, micro
There you go.
strippers,
There you go.
micro strippers and blow.
Hey, hey,
They used to call
They
me
make
micro
more than-
stripper. Actually, I think there's two meanings to
Or so
that.
I've
Now
heard.
that I'm thinking about it.
Hey, that could be a wrestling name.
Micro stripper.
You could do the cream of the crop and
Oh, yeah.
get inside a ring and
I might change the word cream of the crop. Micro and cream don't seem like the two words.
yep.
Anybody in the comments tuning in, you have any questions for our esteemed guest tonight, guys?
But
Mojo Thunder, ask away in the comments.
we see that you got something going on for April, May.
Yeah.
Y'all pretty busy this year.
Yeah, we try and stay busy.
Have you guys met any like musicians or any of your heroes yet? Like been on tour with like really cool people?
We've met a few people. So, some of the guys, you guys know who Blackstone Cherry is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
so we've got to meet a few of those guys and kind of
Nice.
hang around them. That was like really, really nice. I'm trying to think of anyone else. You know of a band called Silvertide? You guys ever
Yeah.
check them out back in the day? Yeah, so we got to open up for Nick Perry, doing his solo stuff. That was really, really nice.
Nice.
Got to sit and talk to him for a bit.
Speaking of that, was Steve Gorman. I guess we met him, but it's
Yeah, we
kind
did.
of
Yeah.
a little different than we
Drummer,
expected, but still got to meet him.
drummer for the Black Crows.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. I just he put out a book, I think that same year, and then he has a band called Trigger
Hippie.
Yeah,
That was it.
on my tour. But yeah, we got to meet Steve very briefly. I think like he was like kind of like on his way to something else.
Yeah.
So we got to like kind of take a picture and basically go on. But yeah, so
I saw that y'all are also influenced by Kings of Leon.
yeah, I love Kings of Leon. Yeah.
That's a good band too. Have y'all ever met them?
no, sure have.
Talk about
Would
the
love
dream.
to.
That'd be this man's dreams come
Yeah.
true. You know,
That'd be a
we
great,
all love
great
them, but this
meetup.
would freak. You know,
Yeah.
they have a lot of similarities in their kind of background. I'd
Yeah.
say. I think he's always looked up to them, not even just in a musician way, but as I don't know, some characters to look up
Yeah.
to and sense to.
That'd
the
be
way
a
he
good
took me on,
meetup
though.
between Mojo Thunder and them.
Oh,
I'll tell you what.
Please say that more. Tell everybody that. It'd be the best
Exactly.
thing ever, dude.
Like,
Gotta put it
imagine
out there.
Kings of Leon.
Put it out there.
Listen to this, and they be like, "Who's this Mojo Thunder?" And they come and they want to meet y'all. That'd be a hell of a meetup.
Yeah.
Like y'all be clapping
Oh, it'd
together.
be super easy to do too. They just
Exactly.
have to ask. You know?
That's all they gotta
Oh,
do.
yeah, sure. We'll be there.
Exactly.
Am I hearing Derek Trucks already?
Tiny desk concerts.
Oh no.
Oh, there's
Just
really
somebody
close
playing
slide, though.
Everybody says that. Yeah, that's the
It's hard.
burden.
It's
That's
hard
the
not to
burden
sound
of all
like
slide
Derek
players,
if you
you
play
know?
slide.
Yeah.
You know,
But
he does it all.
you got anything for them, my man?
Let's talk about your stops along the way to Railbird. What shows do you got coming up?
We're going to the wonderful city of Athens, Georgia. Let me be a little more professional here and pull up the dates. Talk about it. 2/21, the day before we play the Burl, we're going to be for the first time in Lynchburg, Virginia, which is pretty awesome. And back to Chattanooga on 2/28 at Hi-Fi Clyde's, Knoxville, Tennessee, at the Preservation Pub. Have you guys any of you guys been to Pres Pub?
Nah.
I feel like the vibe here, you guys would like press boat.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yes.
think it's just it's a
You smoke in the bar. It's always a
Nice.
something southern about that feels right. Sometimes.
There
You
you
can
go.
drink your beer there.
Rip a red, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
right there at the bar.
in Macon, Georgia.
Bartender like a
In
cigarette
May,
for you, I
sometime.
bet. You know.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. It's a
That's-
good spot though.
That's something that if we ever do travel, that's the place that we're going to go. Just so
on
we
out.
can do our thing.
Now I heard a rumor for this show at the Borough on the 22nd that Mojo Thunder is going to have its very own beer brewed.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, let's talk about that. What can you
Go
tell us
for it.
about it?
Yes.
Well, I got luckily. Me and Sean were the ones who got to go there and kind of help out with making it, and it was such a cool process to see.
What kind of flavors are we looking at?
Well, there was hints of pine and pineapple.
Pine and pineapple.
And I think the name is going to be Thunder Punch Pilsner.
Thunder Punch
So it's a
Pilsner.
Pilsner. So one of those. Whenever they were asking about like what kind of beer we wanted to go for, we're also. I mean, you can tell our background by us just being like, whatever's like tastes like a beer, whatever the beer taste is. Us, you know.
Yeah.
Every beer we've always ever ordered has been a Miller Lite or a High Life or something like that. But
That's a hell of a name, too.
it's kind of nice that we're getting in the craft world. You know, I feel a little bit more fancy.
There you
these
go.
days with my Thunder
You're getting
Punch
fancy
Pilsner.
with it.
Yeah.
So whenever
Definitely
they
going
come
to try
back,
one of those.
Yeah, right. I'll throw it back.
yeah, you got to try some of that, brother.
And I think they're
That
hoping to
sounds
sell
good,
it out
but
that night.
I'm not about to break my sobriety.
No, we ain't going to let you neither.
There you go.
That's
We
right.
don't recommend that.
Because you're almost
Yeah,
to
I'm-
10 years.
Sean, you got
I'm
any?
over 9+ years. So.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank
Yeah,
you
that's
guys.
awesome.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Listen about me. It's just that sounds good.
Well, we can let's skip.
Yeah, we can have a root beer. You know.
There we go.
I've actually ordered a root beer making kit, and I've never done it. But I'm about to start making my own root beer.
You know,
shit.
have you?
Took it out.
I was in West Virginia, and they have I think it was Marshall. We were around there, and they had a like a place where you could go like to a bar where they like brewed root beer and pull it. I thought that was awesome.
Nice.
I didn't get to stop and have one, but I would like.
Hey, don't
I'd
sleep
love
on
to
a
do
root
that.
beer float.
Yeah, don't sleep on
It's
it.
a classic.
Root beer straight from the barrel's the best, man. Can't beat it.
Exactly.
Something about it.
What are we talking now? We're talking mug root beer, right?
I'll
I
take a
think
mug.
so. I guess I'm not really sure.
I don't really have a preference on the root. I'll drink
Hey,
any of the root beers.
It's got a
in support.
bulldog on it, so I think
A&W
It looks
straight from the
cool.
barrel.
And,
A&W straight from the barrel. Can't beat
Yeah.
it.
Well,
These
Donnie
guys.
Green chimed in. He's a Kentucky legend in wrestling.
Oh,
He
wow.
said, when I eat my wife's ass,
Oh my
she calls it Thunder
Donnie!
Punch.
He calls it a thunder punch.
Yeah.
Well, just tell him you're welcome.
Oh my God.
You're welcome, Donnie Green.
Donnie, what the hell, man?
I told you, man.
Ease
There's
up.
something about this podcast. I'm sorry, guys.
Hey, I mean, our podcast does say comedy inside it as well. So we do serious and comedy at the same time.
Yes.
We start out being serious. It just goes off the rails quickly. Yeah.
Just wait till y'all meet Andy.
It starts-
Andy
Oh,
gets
man.
him wild.
it starts with the midget strippers. That's how it always
Micro
takes off.
You never go wrong with the midget
Micro
strippers, though, B.
strippers. What?
You never go wrong with the midget strippers.
You can't.
Which how does that work? Is it half off to order them, or is it still full price?
Oh, man. You still
It's
charge
half
full
off.
price.
From,
It's inflation, man. You still charge full price.
Used to be better. You know?
from what I've heard, micro strippers, they actually make a lot more than normal.
They get mad when you throw
because-
quarters at them.
Well, because they expect you to make it rain, not make it hail. Because you would pay a lot more to see, you could, pay obviously a normal amount for adults, normal size. I don't know.
Not fun
Hey,
size.
hey,
Come on.
micro strippers are normal people, too.
That's right.
Okay. Hell. But
And they're the most sought
the
after.
micro strippers, because they're a rarity, you would pay a lot more to see them, and they
They're
capitalize.
exotic.
It's the attraction.
It's the attraction.
It's
I
like
think we're
it's like going to see
we're
Andre the
going way
Giant.
off-
Yeah.
We're going way off the
I
rails here,
couldn't
guys.
sleep with a micro person.
Kid,
because
God,
it's
stop, Sean. We gotta stop. I'm cutting it off. I'm cutting it
You
off.
started it.
Hold up, I got one more thing to ask them.
Go ahead.
If you ever go to Tijuana,
Johnny?
Donkey Show
Don't
is the place
answer
to
that
go to.
question. Don't answer that question.
You're under no legal obligation to answer that.
Well,
Back
Donnie
to
Green
music.
has something for you, Sean. He says, "Do elevators smell different for micro midgets?"
Stop reading his comments already.
Johnny's not allowed to comment anymore. I make an executive decision.
Sorry, guys.
We love Donnie Green.
We are comedy, and sometimes it just breaks out like
And
that.
I think he's drunk. It's Wednesday. Donnie's drunk.
Well, he was sober the last time we had him on
He
here.
was. He wasn't like saying that he wanted to get sober. He was just like sober, you know. He
He
was.
didn't have anything to drink that.
Yeah.
He can stop at the
He
store.
didn't stop
I see
at the
that.
store that
I see that Mojo Thunder is doing a live February 21st at the Trading Post Music Hall.
Yeah, Lynchburg. Yeah, that'll be the first time we go up there.
Heck
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all do lives every now?
What's it?
Y'all do lives every time?
I'd say here and there, when we can, I think. But at the end of the day, I think we just do everything we possibly can think to do, even if it's small,
Yeah.
big, whatever,
Right.
So,
Get out there.
anything like
What are some of your like favorite venues?
Well, the Borough has a special place to us. I feel like
Yeah, that's
when
the
we
best
started and stuff, it was home early, and I think we broke through there at a really, really lucky and good time. And I think we watched them kind of go from great to just even greater. It's just really cool to see out of a company that supports you. But there's a couple spots that I enjoyed around Lexington too, playing that kind of wish I could still play there again. But as we kind of grow, you kind of gotta, go to different venues that can.
You gotta
support
expand your
Did you ever
horizon.
play at like Proud Mary's?
I never
No,
played, but I've
no,
gone
we never did
there
Brockman's.
quite a bit. It's great
Last
catfish and-
time I was there was a dude and like, he played a pretty good set list, like pretty good.
That's a
amount
cool
of
venue
songs.
too, especially out there on
Yeah.
the patio, getting hammered out there, listening to good music. Oh,
Yep.
That's a vibe.
I've never been there at night, but like I usually go during the day. But I would like to go there during the night.
I don't think I've ever been there now that you mentioned that. I feel like I've
Yeah.
always just day drank there.
Y'all want a water?
Day
I'll
drink?
take a
I'm
water.
good right now. Thank you. Though.
Water.
Yeah,
Y'all
like,
take a water.
You ain't getting no water.
But
fucking suck it.
I feel like
Go call one of your boyfriends, Sean.
you gotta expand your horizon when you're a band because you play at the same place all the time, then it feels like you're not growing as a band.
Right.
It feels like you're staying stuck in that one gear.
Sure. It can seem that way.
In the wrestling business,
Thank you.
we call it a rib, but it's basically like a prank. Is there any of that while you guys are on tour?
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
Oh.
This one especially. You throw beers in this one, man. He's like the first one to do
What
it.
do they call it? Something in the music industry?
Fuckery.
Yeah, probably.
Wrestling's weird. It's got like names for like random names for like shit. Like shoot is like real, like you're start
Yeah,
shooting
shoot
on
is
somebody.
legit.
Really.
Yeah,
Work is when you're working each other.
yeah. Shoot. So like if
I feel like that's the latest
Shoot is
one,
off
as
script,
far as
work
saying
is on
that.
script.
so like they got names for everything. So like they call it that's what they call it ribbon. I don't know why, but
Yeah.
they call
Ribbon
it
is
wrestling.
prank.
That's an old 50s
Practical
term.
Jokes.
Well, most of the wrestling terms are old 50s terms.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Like
Or longer than that.
Yeah.
Johnny taught me what Mark actually came from.
What
Yep.
is the origin of that? I don't know.
Well,
from the
it
carnivals.
goes- I'll tell the story. You can take your L with you, buddy. Anyways,
Sorry about the
it's cool. The term mark comes from the old carnival days. When you go in to buy, like the fair, county fairs type deal, you go in back when everything was cash, before you could do everything on your credit card or Cash App or what have you. It would work a certain way they'd have the counter a little bit higher, so when the dad or the husband or boyfriend, whatever, the man would go to pay, they'd see he'd have a lot of cash, and somehow they'd find a way to put a little mark on him. That way they know what they see. He's got a mark on the back of his shirt, and they're just, because if he's got a lot of cash, they can find a way to get all that cash and give it to the.
Way to say, like, hey, target this guy.
Yeah, target this guy. So he'll pay a lot more to.
I think Bryson does that with beer tickets. He sees really quickly. He
He does.
That's
he does.
a possibility.
He could be a carnival
I've seen him
guy.
trying to get me with a Sharpie on the back of my neck. I know how
So
he does it.
that's what they do, but now currently in the term wrestling is what they use the term mark for is fans that think they know a lot of stuff.
Yep.
Not just normal fans, just marks that think they know a lot of things.
And there's also smarks.
It's done supposed to be in a derogatory way, but there are marks in every business.
Yeah.
Like there's music marks that think they know everything about the music industry.
One might say music marks might be the worst.
Yeah, music marks. Right. Music marks.
People though are the worst.
Yeah, football people, basketball people.
Sure.
But if, we say that term towards them, oh, we're the most derogatory people. See, they use the term. I use the term mark towards me. I wear it with a badge of honor. I'll be the first to admit I'm mega mark. I will not care. I know more about wrestling than I do a lot things in life.
That's what you're passionate about. That's what you love. So
It's what I love.
as long as you
Exactly.
not fill your life with what you love.
I found out
Exactly.
what I liked. I was 12, almost 13. I couldn't find something. I'm flipping to the channel, and I wasn't using a remote. I was doing old school.
love it.
Turning the knob on the TV. Have to get right up on it. This was in 1993. God, I'm old. And I'm watching it. I just find something wrestling, and then I've not been able to turn it off ever since. That was 1993. It's 2025 now. And my love for wrestling, it's driving me crazy. It's giving me more gray hairs than I care to count. But it's what I love. There are a lot of people that, music. I'd listen to current music up to a certain time, and then I just like, I go back to the
music's used
classics.
for you in the sense of that intro, and you best believe that's badass every time. Who did Triple H's intro?
Motorhead.
Motorhead. Three different songs involving Triple H.
They've even had Drowning Pool do the song, but it was nowhere near as
Drowning
good as
Pool.
Motorhead's.
Yeah, they did.
Disturbed did a version for Stone Cold.
Let's go.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
DMC did one for DX.
Run,
No way.
Run, DMC.
And that was a great one. It was called The Kings.
I could be wrong, but I think they used it once, right?
They used it for a short while, but then right after WrestleMania,
So
they went back to the normal
the most
music.
iconic music as in wrestling?
Oh
Undertaker.
my god,
The Undertaker for
Bell.
sure.
Well, you're hearing that.
Dude, the bell,
the gong.
the bell, and then when he came out to American Badass,
Or when he came out
Undertaker's a good
to
one.
Rollin'.
I hated when he came out to Rollin'.
I didn't like that one.
I hated that.
What about Hogan? You gotta give him some credit on that.
That I was gonna say Hogan.
Yeah, Hogan's got a good theme too. The real
Well,
one.
But Hogan was not the first to use that.
Here's a story about
Yeah.
Hogan's theme music, Real American.
Yeah.
It originally was not his.
Whose was it originally?
There was a
I didn't know that
tag team of Barry Windham and Mike Rotunda. Mike Rotunda would later go on to become the character IRS.
Oh,
A
okay.
little side note there.
Bray
Yeah.
Wyatt's dead. Do you
Bray,
currently know?
No, I'm not as deep as we
Okay.
used to be once upon
if
a time. But
we would have had the other Sean, he probably would know it. But IRS character back in the 90s, great character, came out with the briefcase, talk about paying your fair share of your taxes. Loved it.
Gotta do your taxes.
He was a great heel. Nobody liked him.
God, I
Wrestling
love
a
the heel,
shirt
yeah.
and tie. That tie would come into her. Anyways, sorry. I
But
get
before
into it.
the IRS gimmick,
But Hogan's theme music, Real American, I am a real, was not originally his. They were known as the U.S. Express. Barry Windham and Mike Rotunda, that was their music first. Then all of a sudden, I guess Hogan got butthurt because he couldn't use Eye of the Tiger. So
That's what he originally wanted.
Well, that's what he used.
That's
in,
what he was coming out to.
AWA.
That song said, "I'm gonna be fucking iconic either way it goes."
Right.
So
Yeah. So somehow he used his political power. That doesn't work for me, brother. And he ended up getting the song, and now it's more affiliated with him than the original people
honestly,
who
I
had
didn't
it.
know that's who I associate that song.
Yeah, yeah,
Me
And
too.
everybody does, and you know what? And then later on, the Stooges came out to it in the late '90s.
Yep.
You know, Pat Patterson and Gerald Briscoe.
As a
come out
fuck
to
you
that.
to Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, yeah.
That's pretty
yeah?
much what it was.
That's awesome.
He was about. He was in WCW. His contract was about to expire, so WWE in their petty ways just going to be like, "We're just going to ruin that song and give it to
Patterson
Pat
and
Patterson
old
and
guy."
Gerald Briscoe."
Yeah.
Hey, but you got to admit they got a loud pop that night.
Oh yeah,
They
did.
did.
Same when they got that Road Warrior pop.
Another song that comes to mind when I think wrestling songs is Jeff Hardy's theme song.
They had a good one.
Yeah,
The Hardys had a good one.
Also, Jeff Hardy had a good one
Well-
that he sung himself.
Edge.
Yeah.
Edge too. John Cena. Yeah,
John Cena's-
pretty iconic.
it is now.
His is stolen.
Yeah, I mean,
I went to the Rumble this past weekend, and I didn't know, dude. I didn't know how much a grown man could freak out when John Cena's music hit. But I figured out in that moment.
It was
what
pretty damn
happens
close to
when
what
a
I did.
grown man hears John Cena's music.
for sure.
That's right. But in wrestling, music is a very important thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like Hulk Hogan's Real American worked for him. Undertaker's Gong works for him. A lot of wrestlers need that.
To work with a wrestler. I mean, I would be the funnest.
Or have him come out something.
Like,
Exactly.
yeah.
I'm wanting something badass, say less, and then
But
just be cool.
Yeah, but there's like things like even UFC that come out to music now when they come out. That's due to wrestling influence. Every batter at a baseball game comes out to music.
Yeah.
No matter what the song is, it don't matter. That's a wrestling influence. You know, a lot of people talk down about wrestling, and this it sets all of us here on this side of the I can't speak for y'all, but when they say wrestling is lowbrow, and I'm like, 90% of what goes on in the world on pop culture and everything is influenced by wrestling.
That's true.
Tell me I'm wrong, and I list examples, and there it is. Like I'm like, okay,
Even Kiss had the Kiss Demon in wrestling. WCW.
yes, that's
Really?
Oh yeah, they
Yeah.
had a Kiss influenced wrestler.
Yep.
oh yeah,
At first, it was supposed to be Brian Clark as the Kiss Demon. Then they
Brian
switched over
Adams.
to Del Toro.
Brian Adams.
Brian Adams.
Yeah.
I keep getting their names
Clark
confused.
was Wrath.
Well, it just also
But-
feels like wrestling's not attacking anyone else's culture.
No,
It's like
they don't.
They're just kind of in their own lane,
People-
getting
Yeah.
attacked by the people.
People will
Exactly.
see
you know. And
wrestling. Yeah, like I
It's
said,
not.
it's lowbrow.
Like,
this, that, and
music-
beneath
let
I'm
them
like,
come at it. You know, I'm still gonna enjoy it
Exactly.
as much as I want.
Exactly, because music also played the influence on wrestling. That's where
Oh, yeah.
we got the
The Fabulous Freebirds.
rockin' wrestling
I mean,
connection.
I'd say there's even music genres or music bands that all of us listen to that people are like, really? You listen to it? And it's just
Oh,
like
yeah.
you said, if you enjoy it.
Yeah, man.
Exactly.
Whatever, right? You know.
Because there's no label on what you listen to. It's
It goes
just
back to
music.
y'all's passions, what you love, do
Exactly.
what you love.
Oh yeah.
Forget the haters.
Exactly.
sir.
That's our motto too.
the
Your haters are your biggest
I feel
thing.
like the haters don't know what they love, therefore they hate on what other people love. You know?
Exactly.
The only thing that the hater
the
likes.
world was at its peak though when they combined Limp Bizkit and The Undertaker. That is the greatest collab in history.
No, Kid Rock was better.
Okay, you
Kid
can
Rock
leave
was
now.
better. Look, Undertaker was going as the American Badass. To come out to the song American Badass.
Yes.
Come on.
It's
Then
And then he
a
switched to the
badass
big evil gimmick.
And he chose to that. Then they finally didn't want to pay Limp Bizkit no more, so they just changed it to a Jim Johnson inspired.
Yep.
You're gonna pay.
That was actually a pretty good one too.
I like that one. That was a good one.
It's got some questionable lyrics. Like one of them is always kicking assholes' ass. Like
Yeah, that made no sense.
that's all you could think.
I mean, what can you say? Jim Johnson's good at making music, but he's not good at making the lyrics. But
But if that's
For the
all,
longest though, I thought like Triple H sung his own song. Big Show definitely sung his own. Like, no.
Oh, yeah. Shawn Michaels, Jimmy Hart, famous wrestling manager, actually comes from music. The Gentrys.
Oh, really?
If
Yep.
you've,
yeah.
the Gentrys, they knocked the Beatles off #1 charts back in the 60s.
Yep.
After they were on this, they were #1 after going on Ed Sullivan show.
There's a flex
The-
tab. I knocked the Beatles off of
The
Yeah.
Gentrys. Yeah, Jimmy Hart is 80 some odd years old, close to 80, something like that. He was in a band called the Gentrys while still in high school.
That's wild.
And they knocked
It's
the Beatles
wild.
off the charts. Off #1. Maybe knocked them down to #2 or something, but still. They knocked them off. So they're the Gentrys with their song Keep On Dancing. I've never heard it, couldn't tell you. Couldn't pick the song out of a lineup. But Jimmy Hart was a wrestling fan. He got into it down in Memphis with Jerry Lawler. He ended up getting eyes on him from the WWE out in New York when it was still territory days. Jimmy Hart's been in wrestling ever since. Made up great songs. Most currently, Shawn Michaels' theme song, written by Jimmy Hart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And originally sung by Sensational Sherry.
Sensational Queen Sherry, yes. She sang it first, and then when Shawn and her broke up on TV, he ended up changing the lyrics, and it was him singing it. Shawn Michaels said himself, I'm not a singer, but I do my own.
I got this app on my phone, and it's basically like you can add people as friends, and they can see all the music you listen to.
That's cool.
I forget about this app a lot.
We all do.
I'm cruising. We're riding back from the Royal Rumble, and I just started listening to Shawn Michaels music, and then I start getting notifications on the app, and I look and like all my friends are like, "What are you listening to, dude? What are you?"
Bmoney's just a sexy boy.
That's right. Just so everyone knows, that's the first thing you're going to hear when you listen to that song. I'm just a sexy boy. But did you tell them what it was?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Did they love it?
I mean, Shawn Michaels' music is iconic. It's Shawn
Damn
Michaels.
straight it is. Shawn Michaels had that pose that he do as well. Don't forget, Shawn Michaels also had the instant where he posed for Playgirl, and he thought that it was for only women.
Well, a lot of people don't know. He don't.
That's true.
So you can't get mad at Shawn over that or give him flack over it.
But Shawn made a hell of a killing, though.
I
Shawn's
don't
still
know
doing
if
his
I'd want to
thing.
pose him naked with a strategically placed title over my junk, but I digress.
I think
But-
they're pretty cool.
That's what I like about wrestling, that it brings in music that you wouldn't expect, because there's wrestlers that's actually coming out to music that you've not heard before.
Oh, yeah.
For bands that you know, but you never heard the song that they might have played.
Yeah.
That's a great thing, too. That's also showing that music has an influence on professional wrestling. The very first guy to use music was Gorgeous George.
Yep.
And that same song that he uses, Ric Flair and Macho Man Randy Savage have different versions of it. The Pomp and Circumstances.
Woo!
That's a damn good theme, too. Like Macho Man, he's got that theme that as soon as you hear that first chord, you're like, that's Macho Man Randy Savage.
I also think it's great to use Macho Man Randy Savage's music whenever people graduate high school.
Yeah,
Yep.
right.
It just shows how
Sure is. That's why Macho Man's the greatest. And he didn't bring the creams and crops to start cutting promos about either. I'm disappointed about
Didn't bring
that.
creams?
Another good one that had a good theme was Razor Ramon, Scott Hall.
Yeah.
The very first theme that I heard of him as Razor Ramon, that's a banger. And then he just had no bad songs. He had Wolfpack theme, he had NWO theme, and then when he was in TNA, he had his rocking theme that as soon as you hear it, you're like, damn, this guy is reeking of machismo. The only wrestler I know that ever looked cool. Even got beard thrown into his hair, and this guy just
Still look cool.
flicks his hair back and looks cool.
Oh, he didn't let it get to him. It made him look even cooler.
Yeah, pull up the video. We gotta pull it up.
Scott Hall?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
I'll find it.
So as a band, I'm sure you guys have a lot of goals you try to set for yourselves. What's next on that list for you guys?
Less guitar solos has been on my bucket list.
Mine as well. I think we might accomplish it with this next one.
I think all of us just want to do it as much as constant as possible to the point where that's all we're doing. You know?
Nice.
I'd say all of us will take literally as little as much as
Got
possible.
holes in the rain, cutting the promo.
Exactly. But you gotta have the guitar solos. They complete the
Oh,
song.
I'm just kidding. I love his guitar solo. I'm just messing with this little guy.
Hey, that's all right, brother.
Easy.
And now
Dude, that's
here comes
ribbon
the
right
video.
there. That's what y'all are doing, just giving each other crap.
You know, this group here was
Macho
revolutionary
Man.
back then.
Johnny's dad, back in the day, was in jail with Macho Man at one time.
Yep. Because Macho Man was stealing steaks back then. That's before he ever blew up in WWF.
Yeah.
Imagine sharing a cell and
You're
the
hungry,
guy
you gotta
that you're with is a future wrestler that's going to be
Hogan,
famous.
Virgil, Mike Jones, who?
And Buck Bagwell,
Marcus Bagwell,
Mr. $1 Million Man himself,
Scott
Ted
Norton,
DiBiase.
my buddy Eric Bischofian. He says I look like Billy Bob Thornton. I don't see it, but
This was the coolest group back then.
they were cool. They were supposed to be heels, bad guys, but they were the cool heels, so you had to love them.
Especially this man right here. That's Scott Hall. That's the man that don't let nothing bother him. I tell you what, the coolest wrestler that you'll ever meet.
Hogan holding
Yes,
the
Scott
guitars,
Hall.
playing.
Well, could have met.
Yeah, could have met.
Yeah,
Damn that COVID.
I think it's like right here.
he had a heart attack.
No, it's gonna happen
Hey,
while they're cutting the promo. That's
Yeah,
when he gets hit with the drink. I mean, just
Bischoff is
No,
how
he
he
catches
talking.
it and finishes it. I thought that was badass.
you see, I think that their music's not playing. We could probably play it up.
No,
a
it
bit.
is. It is.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, we don't want to get hit with the.
But as they're
Copyright
cutting the
strike.
promo, you'll see Scott Hall gets hit with a drink, and instead of looking at phase by it, he just combs his hair back like it's the coolest thing ever. That's what you call
This
real
guy
machismo.
would wear a T-shirt tucked in. Most people, when they wear a T-shirt tucked in, they just look weird.
Yeah.
Scott Hall made it look even cooler. I don't get it.
That's true. That guy behind him is Six-Pac, or X-Pac as we know him now.
Who was not the sixth member of the NWO?
That's right.
He's like 7. wasn't
Yeah,
he?
he was like 7.
But let's be honest, the NWO had a bunch of jobbers too, and the jobbers were the ones that kept getting their ass beat, so it made the NWO look weak. And there's Big Kev, Big Sexy.
man.
But that man right there, Scott Hall, I'm telling you now, he could have been a world champion if he wanted to, but he didn't need a world title because he was already
He didn't
over
need
like
it. He
Rover.
didn't need a world title. But
Same thing with that guy right there,
Trusted
who
him.
you know very well, Macho Man Randy Savage.
Gotta love him, man.
Cream of the crop. And this is before Miss Elizabeth and him stopped being on screen people together. And then she started doing
They
things
were
with Lex
already
Luger.
divorced to begin with.
Yep. And then she got with Lex Luger in storyline. But it's going to be here soon where you're going to see Scott Hall get a beer thrown at his head. Because they're all talking smack. This is back when people literally hate the NWO's guts. They were throwing trash inside the ring. Anything they could get their hands on to
That
hit
was
these
back when-
people. And Scott Hall just made it look like it was cool. Like it didn't phase the hell out of him.
Sorry.
And now, I think he right back. You're right there.
Yeah,
Yep.
see? No sold it.
Runs
Wave
his
his
hands
fingers
through.
there.
He don't care. That's the coolest man that you ever gonna see.
Yeah. He didn't even flinch. You know?
That's what you call a no sell.
Yeah, no
That's
sell.
right. That's what they used to do.
Back in wrestling, if you no sell something, you make it seem like it doesn't hurt you. It can hurt
Exactly.
you. You just walk around like nothing.
Pretty much like
Undertaker was the master of the no
sell.
sell.
Yeah.
Interesting.
At one point, the Undertaker didn't even do selling. He just did zombie stuff. Then he started doing a little bit of selling, letting his opponent get some in.
You know who's the best at the no sell? The Great Anthony.
Yes.
Yes.
That match with Antonio Inoki.
Yes. Antonio Inoki beat his ass. Showed him what happens when you try to go into business for yourself. He wasn't going to let it slide.
Who's the guy New Jack fucked up too?
Oh, mass transit. Mass transit.
No, the other guy, the old guy that just kept.
Gypsy Joe.
Gypsy Joe.
Gypsy Joe. Oh.
You know why? Because he said that Gypsy Joe told him, I'm going to show what real hardcore looks like,
He
kid.
beat the shit out of this like 60-year-old man
Yeah.
in front of like nobody. He, like,
Is that
beat him with,
Manchester
like-
music?
And according to the New Jack, according to New
Well said, I
Jack,
remember how-
he
I
beat
know
his
how that
ass because the
Yeah, I know
crowd
that guy.
was chanting racist slurs at him. So
Yeah.
eventually he just got fed up with Gypsy Joe not doing anything, and that's when it divulged into him trying to murder the man.
Oh, y'all got the Ninja Turtle over there. That's
I like it.
Yeah, that's
Where was your guys'
Chester
first gig?
Musical.
Do you guys remember?
It was the Haymarket, right?
Well, yeah. Our earlier formation of us was at the Haymarket, but our first show as an actual band was at the Burl
It was
Nice.
in November of 2020 or 2018, I think.
Okay.
Y'all been around a long time now.
Yeah,
About
Nice.
6 or 7 years.
if the maths, yes.
Hell yeah. Hey, that's what it's all about, though. Y'all getting experience.
Yeah, man.
And it's starting to show.
How does do all y'all like come together and have like a pretty like similar like not music opinion but direction y'all want to go, or is it like everybody has their own thought in their head and you know what I mean?
Both. I mean, it works the best when everybody's ideas line up. But yeah, I think it's a lot of it's individual pursuit, and then like the community aspect of it is sort of where you start like killing off your darlings a little bit.
Yeah.
You know,
And that's
sort of
what.
democracy. You know, it's like sort of like brings out the best in like any group or community. So that's the same way with music.
And that helps a band stick together, too, because it lets you be able to come together, know what y'all want to do, and if y'all need a break, y'all just do a little bit of break. But overall, y'all just come together like it's nothing and build what we're seeing right now.
Yeah, we try to, and then we fight off camera.
Hey, if you fight off camera, just make sure. You shake each other's hands afterwards.
Yeah, we've had some pretty nice promos that were never filmed.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Let me guess. Sean's the one that does the promos first.
It depends on what night it is. Me and Andrew have had some pretty yelly promo moments.
Damn. And we don't even know what all was said between
We
y'all.
don't either.
Yeah, I don't know.
But hey, at least y'all can sit in here side by side and say, yeah, we yelled at each other, we beat each other's asses for a moment, but we're still buddies.
Well, none of us would ever fight.
That's right.
They know not to.
Because that's true friendship.
They know what would happen.
No, we're just not
Step
tough in
that
that
way,
way.
you know?
Hey, I believe it, Andrew.
Here you go. Here's a fight right here. It's coming.
Watch how he backs off really quickly.
Yeah, I see.
When
You'll see.
when he comes, tries to
Actually,
come
you'll
at
watch
me.
Andrew try and make it a joke
look at
immediately.
this.
See.
Shit.
Oh, here we go. Oh, they cut off. They cut off. See, someone saw that Andrew was getting the better of it and said, no. But at least y'all are friends. Y'all know what y'all want to do with the band.
Yeah, man.
Because I've seen many bands that have come together, they formed for a bit, and because they didn't know what they want to do, eventually they just stopped making music together because they forget what it was all about to begin with. But y'all understand it's all about the music.
Yeah,
And the
then
music brings people together.
Yeah, we all need each other. I mean, we don't have any, like, there's no superstar in our group. So, it's the summation of the four of us that makes it good. Whereas I
Exactly.
think, any of us individually would be all right,
It's like Kiss when they were originally together
Yeah.
for
absolutely.
all the issues.
Yeah.
It was like a tight-knit group. I still love Kiss, but I gotta say, Paul Stanley's still one of my favorites.
Yeah, man.
Gene Simmons, he's good, but Paul Stanley's got that voice of his.
Yeah, it was amazing. It is amazing.
Exactly. And there was that time when they did no face paint,
Yeah.
and that was a pretty weird time because then Gene Simmons was like, well, I convinced y'all to take off the makeup, but I'm ditching out. See you in about 6 or 8 years. And then he showed back up and they acted like nothing happened. They ignored the entire time that they were face paintless. They're like, that never happened. That was AI generated.
It was a pretty rough period. Watching any of the videos of Gene Simmons doing the stuff without the makeup on is absolutely hilarious.
Yeah. It was. But the one that really comes out of that unscathed was Paul Stanley because the man's got that voice.
Yeah. No, he transitioned to like the 80s and stuff pretty well.
Yep.
I think.
Like the 80s, you can't beat 80s music or 70s music or even 60s music. There was a time when we had some of the greatest music to ever exist. And sometimes I wonder, where did that go? Because there's a lot of bands out here that ain't like Mojo Thunder. They play, but they don't play like they care. Exactly. Y'all are better.
No. We're not better. We're the other bands are better.
Hey, they're good. They're good, but I like Mojo Thunder.
You guys are too humble, you know. I love it, but...
Well, I know what happens if we're not humble, and so we have to keep that.
Yeah, you gotta be humble.
There you go.
We can get non.
I would absolutely handle like negativity over positive. Any compliment. I was like, no, don't want that. Music. I mean, as far as like I could like any era really, I think has like amazing bands in it.
Yeah.
Like from the 30s on forward.
Yeah.
Or the 20s as well.
Yeah, I couldn't name any from the 20s. That's why I didn't say it. You know what I mean? If you're like, who was great from the 20s, I'd be like,
I've heard some
Best album
20s
of the
bands.
20s.
Like back then, rock and roll was the bands that you heard usually just had one guy's name and then his band's named after him. Like you could have a guy called Bobby Fulton and his band.
Yeah.
And his band's the only ones that's being built behind him. But Bobby Fulton was a guy that I actually like. His Five Fought the Law, that's a damn good classic.
Yeah.
And that right there tells you,
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
I love
Is that the,
that.
is that the song?
I fought the law and the law won.
I know
Yep,
that song.
exactly. And Bobby Fulton, he was one of those guys that I listen to religiously because you can't go wrong with 30s bands, 40s bands, 50s bands, 60s bands, or 70s and 80s bands. Because they set the stage for what we've been getting. They even inspired you guys.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that music is damn good because it picks you up when you're down and it helps you heal when you don't even realize that you're in pain. And it brings people together. Like whenever I see concerts, those people are there not just for the band, but they're there for the vibes, they're there for the fun, they're there for the love, and they're there for the music itself. That is what I'm all about.
Hell yeah.
That's one of the reasons why I wanted to bring y'all on because I hear y'all's music and I feel it in my soul. So is this man here, this man as well, and Sean there.
Well, thank you.
That's damn good music.
I tell everybody, it doesn't take long to become a Mojo Thunder fan, you know.
Exactly.
About 2-3 songs in and you become a fan instantly.
Well, thanks, man.
Thank you guys very much. It's really touching, you know.
And that's
It's so funny. It's this is a lot of memories. All
Heck yeah.
All these things.
and they're all
That's Andrew's basement.
Nice.
nice.
Yeah.
Hey, your basement looks cool, ain't
Oh,
you?
it's badass. I'm fucking obsessed with it, dude.
Heck
If you want me to
yeah.
look at me not humble, it'll be about how cool my basement is.
Right on.
There's like a hidden room down there. I'm gonna make it like a root beer cellar, you know.
Oh,
Hey, I'll do
yeah.
that.
Yeah, I'm trying to be that weird guy. Like, what, he does all that? Just
Makes his own root beer? What?
I mean, that's what you gotta do.
yeah, you know.
Make yourself the weird guy.
Absolutely.
Bring it all there. Everyone's gonna know you as the weird guy of the band.
No one's gonna ever know me as the bass player. No one knows that. They'll be like, oh, it's the weird guy. You know?
But you play a mean bass.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
A lot of people don't
Yeah, it'll
understand
just be
it.
an add-on to my repertoire.
Yeah.
A lot of
Nothing
people. A
wrong
lot.
with being weird.
Right.
I'm the only sane one of the podcast.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Dipping Oreos in salsa. Yeah.
Oh, that's just a picture, dude.
Yeah. You reposted the damn picture. You're responsible for it.
I didn't say I was going to do it.
I'll try it.
Mister, don't knock
Hey,
it.
he'll try it.
Hey, we got somebody that's willing to try. All right.
Oreos
all right.
and salsa.
Hell
I
yeah.
also saw a
I like my salsa
video
chili.
of a guy buying McDonald's chicken nuggets, bringing them home, melting chocolate chips in the microwave or whatever, and
Covering
dipping them in the
Chocolate McNuggets.
Yes.
Sign me up. I'm down to try.
All that. You know who inspired that? All that's Keenan
No,
and that girl's
that ain't going
chocolate and chicken.
No,
It's all
I
that.
don't care where it comes from. It sounds good.
I tried.
Try it. Throw some sprinkles on it.
I mean, you only live once, guys. If you got a
No.
tub of chocolate,
No. I'll stop you right
A
there.
tub of chocolate? That's a lot of chocolate.
You live every
Johnny
day.
loves
You
chocolate.
only die once.
I'm still gonna have the tub of chocolate and my chicken nuggets. You can get 20 of them. You can have 40 of them.
You get 20
50
them,
of 'em.
I'll fill the whole bathtub up with chocolate, sitting there, have myself a little doozy, use them like rubble duckies, Dave. Just
I mean, that's the best time to do it.
Okay.
Cause nobody
well,
can stop.
I didn't expect that.
But a lot of people don't understand that the bass player is the very important thing in a band.
now we're cooking. Now we're talking.
Because think about it, Metallica. Remember that time when they were making the bass player's music, Jason
Newsted.
go
Yeah.
completely quiet and you could not hear it?
Yeah.
They don't understand that the bass player is very important to the band because you can't hear it. It's not as good as what it would have been before.
You're so right.
You gotta understand that all the
may not think
instruments
bass
come together
player
is what makes it
playing 'cause
work.
it's so low.
It's the low
or
end,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, you feel it.
Yeah.
You can feel it, but let's say you decide to just sit there during I'm just not.
For sure.
You would ever do that. But
Johnny
just
does
sit
it
there.
sometimes.
Just sitting there playing while everybody's playing, it wouldn't have the same vibe
Yeah.
as if you were just out there slapping the hell out of that bass.
Yeah, you gotta slap the bass, man.
You got a bass right behind you too.
Yeah.
Don't let up.
God, that was tune.
Ibanez?
That's Andy's
We don't
bass
think
right
it's-
there that he's had. But all of the band's music together, the instruments, if they ain't got all instruments
gotta
working
gel.
together, it's
gotta
not a
work.
band.
Everything's got to be compatible, right? Kind of like wrestling. If you got a
Yep.
bad heel but a great hero, you know, he's going to lose.
Exactly.
But you got to have both to make it work. You know?
Exactly.
You gotta have the great.
That's exactly
feel,
right.
Know your role
Because he
and
makes.
kill it.
There we
Damn
go.
straight.
That's a wrestling
And I
term
think
right there, baby.
we do that. I think we do that in our own regard of our stuff. You know, like if I write a guitar line or something, I know that they're gonna make it better, and I'm not gonna get stuck in my ways. You know what I mean? Vice versa or whatever.
Do you got what would be y'all's theme song?
What would you say?
Like, what will we like walk out to?
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Like,
what's
we
your
had that.
walkout song?
Do the Batman the Animated Series theme.
Ooh, nice.
That's a good one. I like
Not bad here because we got a guy that comes out the EWA that comes out to the Ninja Turtles theme that plays when Casey.
the foot soldier
is inside that-
theme in the first Ninja
Yeah.
Turtles movie in the 90s.
Yeah.
That's his theme. He does that. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's badass.
What is it was, I would walk out to This Is What We Do. That was in that first.
Yeah.
That was in that first one. Is that what you're talking about? That when they go to the
April's apartment.
no, it's not April's apartment. This is like in it's in the first one. And it's like when they like go
The
to
house?
the Foot Clan. Yeah.
You
It's
talk-
like when
yeah,
they,
where they
go to,
hide
the
from the-
warehouse
Yeah.
and they're on there and then there's like that hip hop song.
Oh, go Ninja.
No,
go.
no,
That's
no, no, no.
That's
That's the
second.
second
Second.
one.
Yeah, that's the second
yeah.
one.
I think it's called This Is What We Do. Anyways, it's a cool song. I walk out to that as well.
Who would y'all say would be the heel and who would be the baby face of the band?
I'm a heel. I want to be a heel. I'll tell you right now.
I knew it.
I think it'd be way more fun to be.
It's always more fun.
Oh, it is
Sounds like
always
he's
fun to be the bad guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's probably sitting there thinking, dude, shut up.
No,
I'm just
But who would y'all say is the definite baby face of the group?
the
Baby
baby
face?
Zach.
It's definitely not me or you. It's
Right.
definitely one of the other two. You know.
I would say Zach probably for baby
Nice.
face. I don't know. You guys tell
Yeah.
us. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, he is the one with the baby face.
Yeah.
yes.
He also pointed this
That's
out
going to
to
be the guy he's going to be the guy no matter what, Sean, right there.
Yeah.
He's going to be the kind of guy, whether he's portrayed as a heel or a face, that's just going to be the top star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And Zach is going to be the baby face. And Andrew is the heel.
I'd love to be like a Shawn Michaels type, you know, give him the sexy
You got the hair
Yeah.
for
kind
it.
of fuckboy attitude, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, that you got the hair for it.
We talked about it. I would come out. I know I'd come out to Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy. I know how I'm coming out too. You know, I've got it all. We talked about this a long time ago, and Bryson wanted to be a heel too. He wanted to be the hell.
Well, we were gonna do. So our thing was gonna be. He was gonna come out to Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy.
Yeah.
And I think I was gonna be the Hell Billy.
The Hellbilly. That's what it was.
Nice. That's a great name.
But we were going to and this was during COVID, so we had a lot of time on our hands. But we had decided that me and Andrew's characters would fight one another and then come to respect each other a tremendous amount. So then we would team up, and then we would go against Zach and Sean, who would be the heroes.
That would be good. I mean, y'all can still do that.
I like it.
Well, if we get it all set
This
up,
should-
we'll let
this
you know.
should
You guys
happen.
can
Hell yeah!
announce it and ref it for
Hell
us.
yeah.
I feel like you guys would be
I've
the
got
ones to
some
do it, right?
refereeing.
Yeah, that's what we definitely do.
There's your
I
ref.
got a referee shirt.
We would do
on.
commentary
We'll
for
let you
it.
know who's going to win and who isn't. That's about it.
Don't even.
Don't even let
I
you.
want to find out.
All
I'll,
right.
The commentators never
how
know.
I'm going to do it.
All
I'm
right.
gonna,
All right.
I'm going to
That's the
count
best
to
way to
three.
do it.
It's your
That's
job to get your shoulders up.
Okay.
What would
Hold
y'all
on,
call
hold on,
your?
hold on. This guy got fired for being a referee, so don't trust him.
Hey,
Don't trust him to be a referee. Did he not get fired for being a referee?
He did by Jane, but Andy claims that he didn't have no part in
boy,
something.
he told her to do it.
I know, right? I was right there when he said. He said, I heard him. He said,
So,
fire Sean.
not this guy. You better go
Oh, shut up.
go back to Craigslist.
You know,
You'll
I'm
find
starting to
a-
see. I'm starting to see as an opening match. I think you two should duke it to see who rests the match.
No,
I
he'll fuck me up.
think it should be a ref on our
He's a
match.
4-time state amateur wrestler.
Yep.
I'm
He's a four-time state champion.
Oh shit!
Nice.
And he likes to tear people's shows out of place too. That's his signature move.
Dude, I
Yeah, I
got
got-
work. Man. I got my job. I need my arms, bro.
What would y'all call y'all's tag team name?
What were we gonna be?
Oh, we had.
We definitely
one.
had
We had
it.
it.
Out.
We
I
had
mean, there was
so
a
much
script. There was a whole.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we were like.
You always gotta have a good script to go along with it.
I don't remember what it was.
It was on our redneck. Our whole theme
Yeah, it
was
was-
redneck.
yeah.
Our whole theme was like country kind of. I don't know.
I love it.
Oh yeah,
Love it.
we were so deep into it.
Yeah.
Because wrestling is the purest form of art.
Oh, yeah.
I call it the male soap opera because it's got lots of twists and turns.
I would agree with that.
And it's entertaining too as hell.
Oh my god.
That's one of the reasons why what drew my attention to wrestling. When I was 3 years old, The Undertaker was the very first wrestler I saw. I gravitated to that
That's
whole
a pretty good one to have. as
zombie
your first one to see. You
Yep.
know?
and his whole Western mortician gimmick that he was, that I gravitated to that. Even more so when he became back as the Purple Glove Undertaker.
Yeah.
That's my favorite version of that character.
Oh, yeah.
Because he looked completely dead. With the old purple paint underneath the eyes, his skin pale,
Yeah.
purple dishwashing gloves, purple boot covers, and then just moving like it's undead.
You guys have the Super Nintendo?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
The arcade game. That's
Oh,
where you get,
yes.
like,
Oh, yeah.
the purple.
Yep.
That was fire. And there's also the rarest version of The Undertaker inside those games. The red gloved Undertaker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It only appears once.
Okay.
And it has to be a glitch. But then you see on the picture, he actually wore the red gloves and red boot covers when he was doing his motion capture
Yeah.
for the games.
I used to play this one wrestling game on GameCube, and there was this mode where you could go to like it was like a backstage area, and you like there's like waves of like security guards that come up to you, and you gotta like throw them off.
It was a
like,
WrestleMania
it'd be
game.
like in like a mall, and you gotta throw 'em
Oh,
off.
yes. You had to murder people.
That's
Yeah.
That was the entire goal that mode. You had
They
to
were
murder
trying to
and
stop
kill
you from
everyone
doing
and stop
something.
WrestleMania.
Yeah. It was actually fucking sick, dude. I wish they would bring it back, dude. It's
Literally, you had Stephanie McMahon having you murder the WWE crew and wrestlers to try to stop WrestleMania from happening.
yeah. That's
Literally, they don't explain if they survive or not. You're throwing these guys into a black abyss.
There's one where it's like a construction site, and you just throw them off, and it's big abyss basically. Yeah.
Yeah, and you could knock them off, and they fall down. You didn't even have to do anything. They just fall off on their own. That was the weirdest WWE game I've ever played because you were literally murdering the WWE crew just to stop WrestleMania from happening. At Stephanie McMahon's behest.
That's another thing about WWE games is the early 2000s games. The music on there was phenomenal.
I feel like the
Yes.
earlier games in that era were fire on the soundtrack.
Yes.
There's something else going on in that time.
No,
period with
one of my
soundtracks,
one of my favorites though was from No Mercy on the '64. Diggity dog. Diggity dog. Yeah.
My favorite was Breaking Benjamin's Firefly. That was a hell of a song. That got me into that band.
Really? Isn't that funny how that can work?
Yep.
It just takes one right timing, the right random song in the moment to
Exactly.
click in.
I knew some people that got into Saliva because of Tiger Woods golf. I don't know if you remember that, but it was like
Just saying that sentence sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, it's hilarious. But I mean, it was like I think the song was like "Raise Up, Rise Up," something like that.
Yep.
I don't know if it was,
Right.
but yeah. But anyways, but I remember like
I
yeah,
didn't
it was
know
like
that was
Tiger
on.
Woods, and even
Back then, hell, I played Tony Hawk's
Saliva
Underground, and that
golf.
got me into that got me into the song
Talk about game
Armageddon.
soundtrack, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Talking about Tony Hawk soundtrack.
Oh,
Yes,
man.
the Tony Hawk Underground soundtrack got me the Armageddon by Alkaline Trio.
Dude, I got like
That was a hell of a
I got
song.
like
Yes,
halfway
CKY.
through that game on the Switch.
Yes.
and then
Can't
I
Kill
haven't
Yourself.
Really picked up the
Yeah.
Switch ever since.
CKY's
Really.
good.
I've actually got their first album.
really.
Yep.
Yeah, I was still am a big fan of CKY.
And they got some hell of songs too. I listen to Hellview.
Yeah,
I listen to
yeah,
all their songs that they had because those are some bangers.
yeah, they were great.
A lot of people don't even understand. One of the guys that's a member of that band is Bam Margera's brother.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I didn't know
Yep.
that.
Yeah, the drummer's Jess.
I didn't know that. That's wild.
And it's a damn good album.
Yeah. I don't know
Yeah,
if I've
you
listened
can
to
actually
that.
find a
I
couple of their
might
tracks
listen
on
to
the YouTube as well.
it. Check that out. Check that album out probably tonight or tomorrow.
I figured out. I started listening to Run DMC because of Thrasher on the
Nice.
station.
Oh, yes.
Did any of you guys play that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Where you like run away from the cops and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
You're like
Yep.
simulating what you were gonna be doing like a few years later. You know?
Yep.
It's like doing dumb teenager things.
Exactly. That's one thing that I like about soundtracks because as soon as you hear the music of the old games, you're hooked
Yeah.
Yeah.
because they had the perfect mix of songs that would catch your attention.
I seen this video the other day, and they added Ride the Lightning to it was I think Anakin and Obi-Wan's fight scene. Dude, it
I
was
bet it fit really well, actually. It was badass.
Yes.
You know? Those two things I really enjoy. I might
Exactly.
find that too late. Y'all giving me a day's worth of stuff to do tomorrow. So yeah.
Yeah. But that's what's so great about the old 2000s games and all that. As soon as you hear that music, you already got your next band to start listening to. And then as soon as you listen to that band, you're like, these guys got a plethora of damn good albums. I'm going to listen to them all the way through. I've even got Metallica's Reload album. And that had lots of great music on it. I like Fuel. I like Memory Remains. I like Unforgiven too. That's right. And then I even got CKY's album. I got albums with Linkin Park, Hybrid. There would never be another band like Linkin Park when it had Chester Bennington. But I love their new singer as well. A lot of people didn't like it because it was a girl. And that Chester Bennington's being replaced. I think I understand.
Yeah.
I'm mad about that.
Yeah.
Exactly. And also, I like that song that they sung. That's a hell of a song with her voice. And it reminded me of Chester Bennington.
Yeah.
She's got that same flow as his. So I have no issues with them having a new singer because I'm sure Chester Bennington would not mind Linkin Park to carry on the legacy because they're doing it for him.
Sure.
Like Mike said, we came together and we made the decision we want to carry on Chester's legacy and we want her to be the new singer. And she's doing a hell of a job doing that. And if anyone has a problem with it, that's their problem.
Yeah.
And the haters are making sure that they're the biggest stands. Just like when they hate just to hate.
Yep.
Keyboard warriors. Like when Linkin Park first came back, one of the first things I was seeing was keyboard warriors typing about how they hate this band now and how they shit on Chester's legacy. I'm like, how's it ruining Chester's legacy? You got a ton of material from Chester Bennington. Let them pay tribute to the man.
Yeah.
They act like it suddenly kills his legacy just to have a new singer. No one said anything about Queen when Queen had a new singer, and Queen had stayed quiet for years after Freddie Mercury's death.
Yeah.
Freddie would not have had no problem with them having a new singer because Freddie was a damn good musician, and he gave us years of his life. And people just need to understand, music heals the soul. If they get a new singer, they're healing your soul. And it's also helping them to cope with losing someone that they were close to. Like, no one even thinks about that.
Sure.
And that's what they need to do.
Also think bringing in a musician can sometimes hurt a band too. Like, I don't like the John Corabi album with Motley Crue.
Oh,
Yeah,
self-titled ones.
Certain ones do not work.
Yeah.
But there's sometimes, especially where you can find that one
Well,
singer that can.
it's like you're sitting there listening to Motley Crue albums, and then that one comes on, and you're like, "This ain't Motley Crue."
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, even if they are different, I think the one thing that does remain is you can't take away what exists
Yeah.
already from that. You know,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because like there was a Kings of Leon album I didn't enjoy, but all of them liked it. You know, and that
Yeah.
was clearly not for me. But there's still tons of them that are for me, and I'll just cling to those. You know,
Exactly.
I'm not gonna get pissy about the album. I
Exactly.
Like.
Yeah.
I'll
Because-
just like the album I liked. You know what I mean?
Because he know you don't like it, you know that you can just listen to what they already
You
have.
can listen to what I do like.
Exactly.
And with what we have access to now, where you can listen to anything, anywhere, at any time, it's incredible.
Exactly. Because that's the power of
Yeah,
music.
you know? I mean, even like YouTube. I mean, like the fact that you guys have something we've done on here is so cool. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Exactly.
really, really helping our hours too.
That's right. And that's a way to do it too, because
Because I know certain
What's it?
people don't like to see or watch any of their work.
Normally
y'all see like the cringe.
No,
or
this
is
no,
like,
this is fine. Now if you like I would sometimes I have a problem with that a little bit though, but only when like if someone's like wants to like so like say like you're in like a party or whatever and we're just like all enjoying ourselves and then someone's like, oh, let's play your band, and then they like put it on and then like look, I'm like, I can't handle the reaction and all this stuff. Like I'd rather
Somebody
you know.
finds it for the first time or something. It's a little weird to watch. Their
because it's
reaction
like
to
if
it
they
or
like it or don't like it, like I don't want them to like feel like they have to.
act away.
Yeah,
you know,
because
like, oh, it's
cause
better that way. But no, this doesn't bother me at all.
the reason why we watch it is because we gravitate to it. This is
I
just
haven't seen any of these in a long time.
this
either,
is just
so that
guys
was cool, too.
playing their music and getting along together.
I'm not gonna lie. I haven't heard of you until like a few days ago.
Yeah,
or
sure.
whatever, and I didn't even start listening to your song until like literally a few minutes before y'all came upstairs.
That's the way to do it.
But it's not like
I'm
it's
just happy you're honest
It's
about
like
that.
I'm loving it now. I was like loving it. I'm like, oh, what? I'm talking to them before y'all get here. I'm like, this is 70 style music, and lately more I've been getting into it.
Right on.
And
Exactly. And that
you know, I'm like, this is something I would like to have introduced to my dad back in the day. I think he would have got a kick out of this.
That's cool.
Definitely.
and I appreciate this guy here for putting us on to you because when he hit me up and he said he said y'all gotta have this band Mojo Thunder on. And he told me about how his brother made the album cover there. And I was like,
That's the coolest thing. Yeah.
exactly. And then
Doing that thing
I was
in the
like, we
basement.
gotta have them on because after I listened to y'all songs, I was like, this is a band that we need.
Is there somebody there video, or do you just got like it on?
Yeah, our buddy,
What's it
Jacob.
called?
How do music videos work?
Like
Like,
gimbal? I think that's what it is.
Yeah,
That's
it's
it.
Gimbal.
He's
But yeah,
using a
our
gimbal.
buddy Jacob Chaney does. I think every video of ours that's on YouTube, Jacob Chaney did.
Okay.
how does
Shout out to
how does like a
Jake
music video work? Like, what's the process of making one? And like, also, are y'all like,
It's hilarious.
are y'all?
honestly.
Is it like,
You-
are y'all really singing? Like,
And this one, and these, yes. So like, all
Yeah,
the-
yeah,
all the videos
acoustic
with
sets. Yeah,
acoustics,
yeah, cool.
And then like the covers, like as far as like the
Like,
Well, I
Get
guess
Back
all the
and
cover, yeah, everything that's not acoustic and doesn't have a live audience in front of it, like the Come Together video, that's obviously real. But
Yeah.
like the ones that have like scenery and stuff behind them, those are all like us just playing along to what we recorded earlier.
Yeah, me and Sean's actually experiencing that because we were inside the Slap Mob's music
God,
video.
Johnny, we don't talk about that.
Dude, oh, there's
It was a
pull
great
it
music
up.
video.
Pull it
God
up. Pull it
bless
up.
Oh, you have a what is it?
It's a Slap Mob music
Johnny
video.
gets twerked on.
Oh,
Now, me and Johnny are the two whitest guys in this video.
That's cool.
There's four
That's fine.
white guys.
There's nothing wrong with that.
We are the whitest of the white guys.
Heck yeah.
Yep, and it was our first time experiencing doing a music
He
video.
was supposed to be, but he.
I was
got
really
caught
hoping
in-
it was slapped ham. I don't know what that
Yeah.
was. Like one of
Gonna have to
those-
look that up now.
Yeah, Slap Ham is weird.
2 B's and slap mop. No, there we go. We're
Like,
in there in about the 2 minutes.
That's our friend TA right there.
Heck yeah.
He's a comedian, but he's a hype man as well.
Yeah.
That's not Fizzle.
Is this
This was shot here in
Yeah,
Lexington,
this
here,
is
okay.
in
All right.
Lexington.
So
Yep.
like local thing.
We actually got ran out of 2 hotel areas.
Oh, is it in this? Can
Oh,
I
is
hear
it
it?
in
I,
this?
no, I was just joking.
No, that feature is coming soon to the podcast, though.
Exactly.
Is it really?
Yeah,
That's what
he
Andy
said.
wants to do with the new board, yeah.
Oh, no.
But look at that. That's not Fizzle there. And this is we actually got ran out of 2 hotel areas while we're trying to film this.
Oh really? Well, yeah, that'll happen.
We had to literally do
One of them came out.
I live a little guy with a water gun.
yep. And spraying her.
Yeah, you know where to spray.
That's right. And she's a stripper too. That's all the bet. There's TA
Cool.
throwing money.
There's
Doing
nothing
more
micro
squirting.
about that girl. You know, look
That's
at that
not
thing.
real money, by the way. That's just
Oh, really?
it's that
Is his face on it?
money. No, it's that.
Oh, he's wet. And we're gonna come in soon. I remember this area.
I was that one
Where's-
security.
Yep.
That lady working at the cover yourself.
Yeah, she said, "Cover yourself. We don't do this in front of kids." And then we had
There were
to
no kids
leave.
there. That was the damnedest thing about it.
I know, right? And then we had to leave and go to that man right there, J Rags area.
Apartment complex.
T is like,
We were like, why didn't you have us go there first? Wanted y'all to sweat it out. Asshole.
it was smart though.
J-Rags is cool.
Yes, he is. He's cool as hell. Oh, there's J Rags' place right
Now
there.
we're about to get to the part where we show.
Yep.
Oh my god.
I hate you, B Money. Just
I'll
so
explain to you
know
this.
when our short comes.
When music bills happen, B Money, the music that you hear,
I hate you, by the way. How did you bring this up? No, I don't.
we're coming up here soon though.
We were just
Here we go.
having to.
Here comes the part.
Oh, I see. Is it?
Here we are.
There we
You
are.
see that arm right there? That's mine.
Here we are. Here we are. That's the best.
And we're just throwing money on them. Throw money on them, dance. 'Cause you don't want to be the guy that's just standing
How do
there.
you cast?
He's being polite
money?
with it. He's being polite.
Well, Andy, our podcast help, was old neighbors with TA.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
guy that sprayed the water in his mouth.
Mhm.
Yeah, right there.
Johnny
They're
ran out
old
of
friends,
money.
whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
So he got us in there. Andy was supposed to be with us. But Andy got overtime at work or whatever. Couldn't
Yep.
do it. So he had me and Johnny go. I didn't have to work that day. Johnny didn't work either.
Yeah.
So they said, just go meet them and we do this. When we went there, we were in the video. There was somebody else supposed to be there, but
Did you
Yeah.
get like instructions where they like if you throw it?
they
this
said
way,
Yep.
but don't do
they're
that.
just going to start twerking. Y'all start acting like you're having the time of your life in the club.
Yeah, yeah. That's
It
cool.
was-
That's cool.
I bet that was fun. It looked like fun.
Oh, it was
money you
fun.
can buy off Wish for like movie style
Yeah.
money.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what they gave us.
And that's
I
what's
was
like
out of
because
pocket half of that.
while we were making the music video, they would already have the music playing, and the guys just had to.
We just
Lip sync
reacted
to
it.
it.
He would
Yeah,
lip
yeah,
sync,
And
yeah,
we're
yeah.
dancing. It's a very complex way of doing it, B Money, because
See, that would be so
you got
hard
a
to
cameraman that's
lip-sync.
giving orders as well, because we did have a
Especially
cameraman
if
out
you
there.
mess up on lip sync and they'd have you go back.
That'd be
There's
awkward
so
too
much
because
even
are they
you
are they
get out
kind
of
of
it.
singing like are they singing or
They're
just
singing
like,
they're singing as
They're
it's going, but they're
playing
not
the
singing
track.
where they're overtaking their own voice.
Yeah.
Playing the track.
That way they're
Yeah,
keeping up with
lip-sync
what they're
along
saying
with
inside the actual music video.
Yeah.
And that's a complex situation because you also got a cameraman that's
Because I was like,
ordering.
do you just sit there and mouth the words? Like, I
It's-
don't know.
it
I
has-
don't know
Yeah,
how it works.
I think like as far as the way most people do it is you basically act like you do it as if you're doing it. You just do it at a quieter volume. So
Yeah.
like you would
Yeah.
play the track loud, and then you do it as if you were actually performing it, and then they capture
Yeah.
capture that.
It reminds me of Weird Al when he sung the lyrics backwards for Amish Paradise, because there's scenes at Amish Paradise where he's looking like he's rewinding, but actually he's doing
doing
everything
that
backwards, and he's
Oh, wow.
lip syncing at the same time
Yeah, that's
to keep
crazy.
up with it. That's a wild thing that I found out.
Shout
What a
out to
weird
Coolio.
guy.
Yep. And who knew that he could rap as well?
Yeah.
He's
As soon as he pulled it off, I was like, this man's a jack of all trades.
Weird Al's actually a great video director. He's done.
I miss him when he had
He's directed several
Afro, though.
videos of several people.
One of
I
these days,
haven't
I'm going
seen
to show you the
I haven't seen
music
the
videos
movie
I
yet.
was in.
Is anything the
It's funny because if you've watched Weird Al's or studied his career. Because I'm a Weird Al fan. I don't. Give
Oh,
a-
hell
I've,
yeah.
I've watched a
I don't
couple.
give a
Like I've
damn.
watched
Hell yeah.
Bad, and of course Amish Paradise, and
Right.
some other
Dude, I used to, when he took over MTV back in like
Yes.
95 at Al TV, I recorded that and watched it every day. Back then, you had to record things on
Yeah.
VHS.
Yeah, he did.
My first. That's
Google
my
it, kids.
first, That's my first.
That's right.
Wrestling memory is actually a VHS tape, and it was a Stone Cold Steve Austin documentary.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like him in character. It's called Steve Austin Says So or
Yep,
something.
with the
Dude,
white cover.
Yes.
Yep.
Dude, I had that. That's like the first wrestling memory.
Oh, that's
And
mine,
then
too.
after that, it's like
No.
it's like the first wrestling toy I had was a Dusty Rhodes.
Nice.
And then of course, I get a little older. My dad starts taking me to shows because my dad was a wrestler.
Yeah, oh, that's cool.
So yeah,
Yeah.
but
Exactly.
that first Stone Cold tape was the first wrestling thing I can remember from back then.
Yep.
Exactly.
Another really great documentary that I can't seem to find anywhere was there was a Rey Mysterio. That one was kind of like that.
Nice. Oh, right here. This the back lip syncing backwards
Yeah,
part.
he's doing all that backwards. It looks like he's doing everything going forward, but he's doing everything backwards. Whatever.
That shows how skilled he
that's
was.
Talent.
Like when I found out, I was like mind blown because I thought they actually did do a reversal thing. I was like, no, he's just doing everything backwards, so he keeps up with what he's singing on the music video.
That's wild.
Yeah.
It is. It shows the talent that he had.
The movie, you would have to appreciate his music a lot more to appreciate the movie. It's hilarious. It really is.
Exactly.
Because it's
Yeah, if you don't understand his music, you don't understand the movie whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yep. And his parody music is so great too. He's so catchy. He's even got original songs that he makes
That's
that
one thing I
so great.
love is
His original
biopics.
songs I like a lot better.
I think
than
bio-
his
Yeah.
other songs.
Yeah, they're great.
Biopics are great, and especially the ones they've been putting out recently these past
Yes.
couple weeks. And then
The one
now,
they had on Queen was
yes,
that turned me on to Queen. Like I've been a slight Queen fan, like liking them so much.
well, everybody is.
Well, yeah.
You can't go
But
wrong
it's
with
the
no Freddie
original-
Mercury.
It's like the go-to, like "We Will Rock You," "Somebody to Love." Now, my favorite song by Queen is, "Fat Bottom Girl." I don't care.
Killer Bees.
That is my
Karma
favorite
Street,
song.
I will listen to it. There's I forget his name.
There's something about when he does the
Get on your bikes and ride.
I also like the song
just
I
did a
Want to Break
karaoke
Free.
once. I made every woman get up. I said, "Come on, women!" Before the song started, I said, "Y'all get up here. Come around here."
But the bartender was mad. He made everybody leave. Everybody probably
I tried to get them to come up. They didn't.
Nothing beats the song
I'm just like-
I Want to Break Free by Queen.
That's a good song.
That's great.
It's a great song that I listen to
That's the
regularly.
first ever video to get banned on MTV.
All because
Really?
they thought that Freddie Mercury himself was the one that suggested for them to cross dress.
They,
It was actually Roger that suggested that they do it, and they were dressing like characters from Coronation Street, which was a show that they watched regularly, and everyone thought that Freddie Mercury was forcing his sexuality on the people. And it was actually Roger, because he gives a shit eating this grin inside the kitchen scene. So he turns around and you see that big old grin. No one caught on to it. That just shows you right there back then.
Yeah,
People were so uptight.
There were hits over it. It was crazy.
Yeah.
But-
That's,
But,
I
you
can't imagine
know,
caring about
Queen,
that.
no matter how many shows they do, they're never going to top the Farm Aid 85.
Oh man.
Yeah, no one's ever going
They
to top
tried
Freddie
copy
Mercury.
that at, in the movie with Rami, whatever his name is, the
Yeah.
guy that played Freddie Mercury. I'm like,
Yeah.
are you sure that's not Freddie Mercury who faked his death or whatever? 'Cause it looks,
Just like, yeah.
it doesn't look like.
I mean,
My favorite song is Barcelona
They're supposed
by
to be
Freddie.
releasing a Nirvana biopic and then 5 Beatles biopics. They're going to do all 4 of the Beatles and then one movie of them all, I guess.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, one of a Paul, one of John,
Yes.
one
Yeah.
of George. One of,
And actually, they just announced the Bourbon and Beyond lineup, and
Yeah.
Ringo Starr's on it.
Oh, yes.
Shit. Wow.
Ringo's the man. I like his
you
song.
know what's crazy?
Oh, no, no, no.
Before Ringo
Yeah.
became a Beatle, there was David Guest, who was he was
Yes.
the original drummer. There was a movie came out a few years back, The Rocker, Rainn Wilson, Dwight from The Office. He starred in it. David Guest he's got a little extra scene in it. Nobody knew it was him.
I didn't know it was him.
That's
I've seen
funny.
that movie. That's quite right. That's
Yeah,
wild.
when
That's
it was when
crazy.
he's sitting at the bus
Yeah.
stop and the bus comes up and Vesuvius is on
Yeah.
it and he's like this and the guy's sitting there reading the paper. The guy reading the paper, that's David Guest.
No way.
The original
Nice.
drummer for the Beatles. Like, he
Yeah.
don't know anything well towards him. He just didn't use me, but it's just,
That's wild.
that's
That is wild. I didn't even know that.
Well, I didn't know it either till I watched the extra credit scenes in the Blu-ray that I had.
Nice.
But the Beatles was something else, because that's one of the bands that I loved so much.
They were influenced very well by the Monkees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please tell me y'all catch that joke.
That's hilarious.
Please tell me y'all caught that joke.
The monkeys are
Somewhere, baby.
the the American version of the
No,
British
the
band.
Yeah, but they were.
Also, we hear their song by Smash Mouth all the time.
Yeah, they,
All Star.
So
And also
their song
Make You
was
Bleed.
I'm a Believer.
yeah. I think Harry Nilsson wrote a lot
Also,
of those
Ah, that's another great one
He
too.
wrote all the Monkey songs, though. A lot of
Yeah.
them.
Yep. And he's also got that great song, Without You.
now I'm thinking about
They
Shrek.
sang it wrong.
Yeah, right.
But the guy that wrote Daydream, I watched a video on it the other day about Daydream Believer, speaking of the Monkees, was like the original singer. He had some great hits with it. He even had a great hit, but it didn't go as big as the Monkees version. I remember
That's
the
true.
I was there was a song off the Shrek soundtrack I was listening to that I think the
Monkees.
Counting Crows released it. What's the song name though? In the music video, it's like a rabbit with a girl. Think I'm in love or something.
I'm a believer.
No, it's
That was Smash Mouth.
I'll find it.
He's gonna Google.
That's right. Google is your friend.
Get your
Just don't
Googler.
let Google lie to you, because Google does tend to do that. Because people can go on there and edit it themselves.
It's not like,
Accidentally in love. That's what it is.
There we go.
Yeah.
yeah.
They also had I Will Survive.
Yeah.
Gloria Gaynor.
Yep.
What you
And
guys
they
think
had
about the-
Hero.
Talking about pranks.
All right.
Yeah.
And this, and I think it was like the scene or whatever where we were in a house. There was a fire extinguisher in that house. And who did we spray with that?
We got Zach.
Oh.
We
We
got
had
Zach.
Zach.
We got him real good too. He was in the middle of the story.
Oh, back when the cigarettes used to be a thing. That's nice. Miss those.
Yeah, lucky
That's
me
right.
having that right there. How long
By-
has it been? You quit
Oh,
smoking.
VHS, baby.
Almost 2 years.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice, very nice. Like this, is like a trip down memory lane for you guys as well, because it's all on the Mojo Thunder YouTube.
Oh,
everything that y'all have on here, like this right
Do you
here.
ever get tired? Do you ever get tired of your own songs, or?
Oh yeah.
I don't.
Certain ones.
I don't really listen or watch any of it after we do. So like I listen to it when it's bad. You know what I mean? Like before it's like
man.
mixed and all that
Yeah.
stuff. I listen to it a million times, and then once it gets finished, I never listen to it unless we're doing it live. But as far as like playing live, there are some songs that like I don't necessarily want to play. But we like always change up our set list night to night, so it's not the same song.
Yeah.
You know, it's like always different. So that
That's the
helps
way
a
to
lot.
do it.
Yeah, and a lot of times we'll improv jam like on a like when we like first go out, we'll just make up something and like play it for a few minutes.
Oh yeah.
So that part's nice. Sometimes it works out, sometimes
Yeah.
it doesn't. You know.
It reminds me of Radiohead. One song they hate. The one song that Johnny wanted to
Creep.
sabotage. Creep. And instead of sabotaging it, he made it one of the most known songs by Radiohead. And Tom York's like, oh, you stupid son of bitches. He didn't want to sing it. He didn't want to play. He didn't want to hear it. And every time he comes to play, the first thing that they say is, you gonna play Creep? And that for the longest time he said, nope, that song is banned. We're not gonna play it. We're not gonna sing it. And
That's
then one day,
I seen a video. They were at somebody was at a casino and seen Chad Kroger and was like, get a selfie with me, and he was like, ah, fuck off. And then there was like, what? He was like, what do you want? And they was like, sing Rockstar, and he was like, oh, motherfucker. And then like flicked off the camera. It was hilarious.
there are bands that do tend to hate their song a lot.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Especially if
I could listen to Rockstar 1,000,000 times though. Something about that song and the music video, I love it.
Chad Kroger said, fuck off.
I'm sure it's. I mean, it's any of those things. It's like whatever you do for work, and then like one thing that you don't want to do that's not that big of a deal that you have to do it, and then as soon as like your boss or someone tells you go do this thing, you're like, I hate that. I think that's how sometimes like hits get for certain bands. I wouldn't know. We don't have one. But I assume,
Yeah, exactly.
I assume that's what people are reacting to.
Basically what is that the bands are getting tired of people only knowing that one song.
Yeah, they're just being a little sensitive.
Treating them like all they know is that one song. I think that if you're gonna have a song that people gravitate towards, lean into it. If they like it, that's on them. You got plenty of other songs that other people are gravitating towards.
Yeah.
You can lean on them. You don't even have to play the song that the people love, because they're gonna love your music regardless. Because I've been listening to Radiohead, and not besides Creep, I also like their other songs as well.
Yeah.
And I think that if people love y'all songs, they're gonna gravitate towards anything that y'all play because y'all are that damn good.
Yeah. So well, sometimes they'll tell you which ones they don't like. Yeah. We have messages, comments.
Oh man, hey, ignore those haters because just remember,
No, I think
your
they're
haters
hilarious.
are your biggest fans.
Yeah.
If they don't like your music,
Hey,
that means they're listening
a
to
hate
it.
comment is still a comment. That's what I've told these guys
Just
a
don't read
million
'em.
times. A view is a view.
Well, we collect them and then we read them at the end of the year.
Yes, do that.
That's funny.
Because I've seen a YouTuber that does that. She makes a song out of the hate comments.
One of my favorite YouTubers that does it is Angry Grandpa. You ever watch Angry Grandpa?
I'm familiar with that.
Dude, yes.
He's dead.
When he does the reaction videos, it's hilarious, dude.
Yes. And then he died a couple years ago.
Yeah, rip.
Rest in peace to him.
Oh man.
Real quick, shout out to my sister Yvette and my sister-in-law Lacey for tuning in. Much love, guys.
Shout out, thank you.
Lacey says "Getting on a Binge" is one of her top three favorite
That's
songs.
right.
Wow, thanks.
Awesome.
It's always good to hear what people appreciate on your album.
Yeah.
But I tell y'all is the hate comments, take them and be fueled by them because they're your biggest fans. That means that they're listening to the song that they hate a million times just so they can talk shit. So you're doing something right. Because if they're hating, that means that they're listening to you. If they're going and finding a song that's on a new album, they're listening to you. They just don't realize they're making themselves your biggest fan. So when they're talking shit, they're giving you views. They're making you number one. They're making you look good.
And sometimes they're just funny too.
Exactly. They are hilarious because
I want to know what
criticism
the funniest comment y'all have read?
Oh, just the one word ones is probably my favorite.
I
When
like
people
when
just
they
go
go out
no.
outfits. I like when they
Yeah.
like,
Oh yeah.
It was like an
Any
old
good
Navy
lookalike.
reference one. I remember thinking like, dude, that's
Yeah.
hilarious. How like they,
Yeah, someone said who.
I think they got Sean pretty good.
Oh,
which
yeah.
we've all been gotten.
Yeah,
so it's
none
not
of us-
like anyone's safe. In the,
You know, none of us were like a big fan of the hat phase. So that was.
Yvette said she's going to check y'all out.
right,
Oh,
on,
right on,
right
right
on. Thank
But-
you, Yvette.
But yeah, there was a lot
All the
of
way from
comments about the
Colorado.
hat that were hilarious.
Oh, what? Right on.
It's always great when people from other states listen and find your music.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
always great.
It's the coolest thing about how everything's set up now is somebody in Germany could listen to my album right now.
Exactly.
Way cool.
We get like comments all the time. We don't even know what language it is. Like it'll like be their name, but we don't even know what language their name
Yeah.
is. Like it's pretty
Wow.
crazy.
And it just shows you that people are paying attention.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, just like your haters. When they leave funny comments, just take that and laugh at it. Because they're still listening. Might as well.
You still, I mean,
Give it back.
yeah, you still got a view out of them.
Well, I'll
Yeah,
take
that's
it.
right.
I'll take every view I can get, even if they throw a middle finger up my nose. Fuck it,
Yeah,
right? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Chaya's here. Chaya Hopkins. She says hi.
Kaya, that's my best friend. Kaya, hi, honeys. That's one of my longest best friends. I love her.
Oh yeah.
She's awesome.
Lacey said, no joke. Yvette, I listened to the whole album at work, all 12 hours of just bumping their shit. You'll dig them. That means
That's sweet.
she's bumping your shit 24/7.
Yep.
There's no greater feeling than hearing that.
Hello, Joyce.
Oh,
Oh, it's
That's
Mama
your grandma?
Steel.
Yeah, hey.
still.
Hey, she came in late,
Yeah, we're going.
but she's still here. Oh, I bet Stephanie gonna give y'all a listen because she said bet.
Oh yeah, my sister's definitely gonna jam you guys.
Sweet, sweet.
And you know what? Tonight's been fun because we don't just put you over and promote you. We also do the shooting the shit with you
Yeah, yeah. Definitely.
and get to know you personally.
I learned a lot about wrestling that I didn't know.
Yep.
Which is cool.
And also about Weird Al
I'm
and
willing to
his
teach
backwards
anybody
rap.
about wrestling.
Yeah,
I'll,
man.
I'll sit there and annoy the hell out of you. I don't care.
Right.
But now it's actually been 2 hours that we've been on here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. All right.
Even I didn't realize it. But that's what's fun about this because we go live, we talk with you, and we don't just promote you, we also get to know you as a person.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I feel like I know you and Andrew better than what I did when you first walked through that door.
Yep. Same with you.
And
You
now,
know as much.
Yes,
So
sir.
we've been knowing each other.
that's
A
right.
little bit better now.
Who would like to say their goodbyes first tonight?
I'll say mine. Oh,
yeah.
you can go.
You
Well,
go,
you
you're
are the
farthest.
host. This is your show,
You're
so I'm
farthest.
going to go
You're
first.
yeah, you're farthest.
Okay. Like, thank everybody chimed in the comments. Guys, all four of you, well, three of you, I can't count.
He's from Ohio. It's all right.
Go to hell.
Michael Cole Grease.
Go to hell, Johnny. Anyways, got everybody check out Mojo Thunder. They are as advertised. I don't give my endorsement for much because I believe everybody has their own opinions. They are as good as advertised, y'all. Check them out. Or don't, but you're missing out if you don't. Check them out. Johnny?
I just want to thank you, Mojo Thunder's Bryson Willoughby and Andrew Brockman for giving us your time of day. It means a lot. Thank you, Bmoney, for being here, brother. Great host. Sean, thank you for coming tonight.
Yes, sir.
Joe Hinton, you the man, brother. Because without you, we wouldn't have gotten to know them.
What's this all about? Just bringing everybody together.
And to the folks that's been watching tonight, thank y'all for watching. Thank you, Yvette, for your kind words. And Lacey, you're awesome as well. And to everyone else, stay nice. You're up next,
Right.
Joe.
I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thanks my sisters for comments and checking us out. Thank you guys for stopping by.
Thanks,
Thank you for making amazing music. I mean, you guys are definitely a throwback to the 70s, but you know, you guys do fit in today's era, and you guys, as far as I'm concerned, the best band in Lexington, the best band come out of Kentucky.
Thank you, man. That's
Really
way
means
too
the
much.
world.
Way too much.
Thank you.
You got anything to say?
Thanks for having us on.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome.
guys.
No problem.
Pleasure being here.
I
And
had a
to-
lot of fun. You know.
I guess I'll do the.
Yeah, the dates.
I forget
Go ahead and say the
to
dates.
forget to like
you
plug
know.
the socials and things. Hold on, we'll do it pro here. So for just a second, we have dates coming up. That's on a website, mojothunder.com. Everything else is at Mojo Thunder Official. You can follow, like, subscribe, click a lot of buttons on a lot of different sites.
Yeah.
And ad.
Zach,
No, thank you guys so much for having us on though. It's very fun.
Really,
You're welcome.
we appreciate you.
I
as well.
want to say thank you guys again. You're an awesome band. I'm glad we finally got you in here. Thanks to this guy, and I hope you had was this your first time on the podcast?
No, it was
He's
third
now
or fourth.
part of the crew, just like you.
Nice. We got a new crew member.
Unfortunately, Joyce, the singer, is not with us today.
Mama still want to know if y'all could have sung her a little tune.
Yeah, somebody cue it up. no, I'm just kidding.
What are we singing?
But thank you guys, and thanks to fans. It's been a great night, y'all. And
really has.
if you ain't having fun,
You ain't getting none. Damn Skippy.
That's how we always end up.
Nice Guy Andy Podcast.
That ain't what your mama said.
He keeps popping off at the mouth. I'm gonna be his daddy.
That ain't what your mama said.
Anyways, you guys go on your little rinky-dink bullshit podcast.
Too bad to start a show killing.